Oh, this is shit. Mm. Mm. Hello, friends. Maybe should do some chanting. Mm. Let's see what this one says. Oh, this is interesting. Invocation. Let's see. Om Guru Brahman. Guru Vishnu. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Sri Guru Ave Nama Om Santi. 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 Shalom. Mhm. Om Guru Brahma. Om Guru Brahma. Om Guru Vishnu.
Hello,
Devo Maheshwara. Guru
hello, Haro.
Sat Param Brahma. Tasmai
Sri
Sri
Guruve Nama.
Guru Ave Nama. Om Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Shanti. To wake up and think clearly. We have special guest Abhishek, developer Abhinav.
Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTube family. Wake up and think clearly. I hope you are all doing good. Today is the important session for Vinci game development. Today
Wow.
I tried to create a graphical user interface of Vinci game.
Mm, wow. I'm so excited. Vinci game is like tic tac toe. It's double tic tac toe. Tic tac toe is very easy. It's boring. When you learn this strategy, you stop playing it. But Vinci is double tic tac toe. Is it double challenging? No, it's 10 million times challenging. Nobody knows this strategy that will win Vinci. Or maybe Abhishek will determine this strategy that will always win and program Python to play and always win. Wow.
Where is uh, the where is the founder of Vinci?
Joel Schuster. Where is Joel Schuster? I don't know. Maybe he comes at 8 a.m. in an hour. Mhm. But maybe Rami will join us. Maybe
Soon.
Don will join us. Oh, Rami's here. Now we have our favorite North Floridian, Rami Kutaine. 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 Kutaine?
Remy joined. I'm not seeing Remy in list.
Yes, his internet is takes time. Mhm. Mhm. Rami is in somewhere in North Florida. It says where he is. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's more people joining us. Wow, there's Ernie and Gia. Oh, maybe
Who
Ernie
is
and
it?
Gia. Who is Ernie and Gia? Welcome,
Yeah,
Don. Welcome, Rami. Rami's still having difficult. Oh, Rami's in. Welcome, Rami, to Wake
Hello,
Up
Remy.
and Think Clearly,
Good morning, everyone.
where we meditate on what is the purpose of life. Why are we here? Who put us here? Who created us? Why? Why? What is the best way to live? Why are we the way we are? Welcome, beautiful dawn. This is the dawning of Wake Up and Think Clearly.
Yes, the dawning of a new wake up and think clearly session.
And soon we will be fully woke.
Fully woke.
And we have special guests Ernie and Gia. Welcome, Ernie.
Hello.
Yeah.
hi. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Wow.
you.
Nice to meet you. You look marvelous.
You really do. Look marvelous, darling. You really do.
I don't know. I haven't shaved on my hair, but we're living in an environment that's very hot. We're in the
Very-
Philippines, so nobody
Wow,
takes.
you're in the Philippines. That's the other side of the world.
And you're just dealing with a typhoon, right?
Dealing with the phone. You
A
said
typhoon.
yes, yes.
Typhoon Uwan.
Yeah, that typhoon landed up in Cagayan in the northern part of Luzon.
Mm.
Um, we
Oh, the
saw videos
Philippines
of
is beautiful.
yeah, we
I
saw
wish.
videos where
Can I
I'm
move
even
there? How?
huh?
How can
I'm sorry.
I move there? You have to
How
get a
can you move?
job there.
um, well, well, you have to get a visa. Um, like, um, well, maybe we could clarify your question. How do you move to the Philippines, or how do you remain legally and match the requirements of staying in the Philippines? Maybe we could clarify your
Maybe
question.
both.
That could be helpful to you both. Um, well, what country are you in now? That has a lot to do
Beautiful
with
USA down in Florida.
Florida. Well, let's just say it's easy to come and visit. You if you come to the Philippines, you can get visa extensions indefinitely. They'll
Wow.
continue giving you extensions indefinitely, so that so it probably costs, I don't know, maybe $100 for a 3-month visa at a time. So if you just
Wow.
simply come to the Philippines, you can get visa extensions um, indefinitely.
And if you don't extend, they'll send the Philippine ice on you and deport you
Well, I
to
can't say.
Australia.
Well, actually, it might be the opposite. You might not be able to leave. That what they do is if you it's different here. If you come into the country and you overstay your visa, you're still expected to pay um, the back payments for what you overstayed. So you might wind up being trapped here and having your balance grow to where they won't let you get on a plane to leave without having a permit. So 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 the problem might not be um uh staying, the problem might be leaving. They'll hold you here until you pay your back your back payment that you have to pay for your visa. So you know
Wow.
they
And
do
from
think
the
a little bit different.
Philippines, you can get anywhere in Asia. You can go to Japan. You can go to Australia, Vietnam. Great
Well, you're
location.
well, in the Philippines, you're centrally located in Asia. You can get to anywhere in Asia on your American passport, but just because the Philippines is centrally located in Asia doesn't mean a Filipino can, because a Filipino has what is considered a very weak passport. They're more limited to the countries even in Asia that they can go without prior permission. So,
Wow.
because Philippines is a poor country, so
Mm. They want to
but
keep the
you
poor
can
in their
go.
place.
There's beautiful sides to it too. There's ugly sides too, but I like to focus on more of the beautiful sides of the country than the ugly sides. There's poverty, there's homeless people, a lot of beggars. You know,
Mm.
we're about an hour north of Batangas, and maybe 2 hours south of Manila. So we're in the jungle. We're in the rural side of the Philippines on Luzon Island.
Wow.
Have you traveled, Rami, or is it Jero? Have you guys
Bro,
traveled much?
yes, the other day I traveled all the way to work, about 30 minutes away.
And you've been to other continents and other countries on our North American continent.
Why, yes, one time I was born in Colombia. That's an maybe subcontinent of the Americas.
And
Oh,
I
I
swear,
was stationed in the U.S. Air Force, and I selected to go overseas when I could. I ended up in what was then West Germany. Wow. Welcome,
and
dear Lama. And
Southwest Asia, to answer your question, Ernie.
Oh, I was just gonna
Hi
say
there,
that.
Dad.
dear Das Lama, he's from
Namaste.
Namaste.
Everybody, namaste.
Namaste, brother.
Oh, long time. Namaste, sister. Long time no see.
Yes,
Sister
sir.
Dan.
Yes, it's so good to see you.
we have
Yeah,
special
very
guests
happy.
Ernie and
I'm very
Gia
happy to see you
in the
all.
Philippines. Everyone, welcome Ernie and Gia in the
Uh,
Philippines. Wow.
Oh,
Hi.
Philippines.
Actually, I have a young lady working for me from the Philippines right now.
Oh, really? Is she
Wow.
in a call center like at the SMO, something like that?
No, no,
Hello,
Philippines.
Bidas. How are you?
she works from home.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
fine.
Hello, Don. How are you?
Hi, how do you say your name? Avi?
Abhishek.
Abshi? Abshi. Nice to meet you.
In
Thank
India,
you.
Abhishek.
Me too. Hello, Ernie. How are you?
good. How are you, buddy? Is it Abhishek? Is that how I say your name?
Abhishek, correct?
Abhi
Abhishek.
Abhishek. Oh, okay. Hi, Abhishek. How are you?
Hello,
How are
I'm
you doing?
fine. I'm from India.
Good to
Oh, what
see
part?
you.
Northern or
Wow. It
southern?
must be it must be 6:30. No, what time is it in India? 6 p.m.
5:50 p.m.
Wow, almost 6
I've got
p.m.
to go. I've got to go do poopy duty. I
Duty.
got to pick up the poop outside. So have a good day, everyone.
Nice to meet you, Don.
Nice
Nice
meeting
seeing
you.
you,
I'll see you
Don.
again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Here, I was going to ask you real quick. You said that you were on the western bloc of Germany. Is that before the fall of the Berlin Wall, back in 1980s, before Reagan was in? Is that you said you were stationed there? Did you see the Berlin
Yes,
Wall
I
come
was
down?
there in 89-ish.
Did you see the Berlin Wall come down with the fall of the Soviet Union?
I I didn't see it, but they were selling stones from the walls. So I bought a few stones, little pieces of the wall.
Oh, wow. Well, that is cool. I would congratulate you. Saw history as it happened. That's something. Bravo.
Wow.
You were in the right place at the right time
It
to see
was
a part of the world
it was
change.
kind of near the border of France. They have a U.S. Air Force base, very small base, near the border of France. Kind of you can get on a hill and look the other way, and you can see France. There it is, France. Hmm. And you could drive over to Paris in maybe 6 hours. Hmm. Wow. Mhm. and and Abhishek is a developer for Abinova, a startup.
Good.
A startup. I am helping start up. Hmm. and and Bir Daslama is in Nepal,
Yeah.
out in the country. Sometimes he's in Kathmandu.
Oh,
Maybe.
some Kathmandu. Not good, brother.
Oh
Because
no,
uh,
much revolution.
since since the elected government what's say drove away, then now the government, yes, different government, but that is not the political government. So the people are no, yeah, people are not making a trust to the government. This after the revolution,
Wow.
and there is frequent change in uh, change in the appointment of minister.
Change in the appointment of ministers
Yeah,
because they
because there
don't
is,
like them.
yeah,
They
there is protest. There is the protest. There is protest by the Gen Z group.
the what kind of group?
Gen Z.
Gen X, Gen Z,
Yeah, Gen Z. Gen Z. Gen Z.
oh, Gen Z or Gen Z.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, those
So,
young people are always
yeah. Yeah,
protesting.
of course. Yeah, young people, and they are forcing to the government, newly government, to punish the corrupted, to arrest the corrupted minister and the
Wow,
prime minister and home minister, former
young
prime,
kids,
uh,
they get
former
into
prime minister
politics.
and minister.
Maybe it's like the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, in the US.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
But kids
not
here
so,
don't have
yes.
time for that. Kids here don't have time
So
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They have to
And
work
many, and
for
many
study.
other, yeah, many other groups are also declaring the protesting program soon.
No.
Those who like kingship.
Kingship.
Yeah,
Oh, no king, no king.
no king, but
Yes.
that king is willing to come again in the throne.
Oh, a real king with royalty,
Yes,
with
yes,
lineage,
yes.
family,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to take over,
Oh,
trying to
yes, you are right. Yes,
get support.
trying to take
Wow.
over with the help of certain group of people.
Mm. Have you had an earthquake lately?
No, no, yes, no so
And
far.
monsoon over?
Yeah, monsoon over, brother.
Oh, do they have monsoon in the Philippines?
Yeah, mute it. Oh, yes.
They're asking if they have a monsoon in the Philippines.
I don't think there is now.
No, yesterday in Cebu, the
Yeah.
typhoon,
What was it? What was the question? Kindly repeat
the
the
weather,
question,
honey.
sir. The weather.
Or
Uh,
maybe you have tsunami?
and tsunami. It only happened once, maybe like around 2015, like that.
No, yesterday,
But
the
but
storm.
yesterday there was no tsunami. Only how to say this? Just few days ago there was a big. There was a how to say this? Big storm, and it really damaged the western part of the Philippines, which is Visayas, particularly in Cebu. There were, a lot of houses were destroyed, like that, were damaged, and 100, maybe more than 100 people
We
were
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 killed. Yeah,
were dead, like that.
we were watching. There's some horrible videos that were made
Mm-mm.
about the damage in Cebu. It was terrifying to see. They had cars, complete cars,
Mm-mm.
being pushed down the street at
Yeah.
like 20 miles an hour. Cars with
Mm-mm.
water, that people sitting on top of the roofs of their house with like flood water, and
Yes,
it turned into like a raging
flood
rivers in
water.
the streets, pushing entire houses down the street.
Wow.
It was
You
awful.
you
Yeah.
you can see few video clips on Facebook,
No,
like that, or how does it?
don't. Let me tell you, don't go look for videos of this. Let me tell you why.
Okay, okay.
The news that they have here is reasonably uncensored. Okay, which means you're going to not only see the flood videos, but you're also going to see the victims of the flood videos. So don't.
Wow.
If you have families or children,
Mm-mm.
if and you have to see it, then then look at it in private, because they're going to show mourning families and corpses being pulled out, things like that.
Wow.
So so just
Mm.
a fair word of caution, because we're all humans here. We're all people. But yeah, we're in Cavite, which is more safe because we're in the mountain region. Um,
Mm.
so we're much more safer. Cebu really took a really bad hit. There's miles of, it looks like a nuclear bomb went off. There's miles of homes that have no roofs, and everything washed out and destroyed. It's really bad in Cebu. We're okay though.
Mm.
Yeah, we're
You
okay
know,
here, but like in 2 days' time, there's another storm coming in. So we just hope that it changes its direction, because they say it's another big storm, to which it would, I guess, hit us,
Mm.
particularly here in Central Luzon, or probably Northern Luzon.
yeah,
Again,
her mom and dad are farmers that have a farm in the Cagayan Valley, and quite often they're getting flooded
flood.
out.
Yeah.
Um, one time, a storm came and totally demolished her mom and dad's farm. They're rice farmers. It killed all of her livestock, pigs and chickens and cows, and and so she came down here to this area to work a job, uh, to help get her family on her feet. So that's why she's down here, and her mom and dad are up north. Um, Gia also worked endlessly to put her three sisters through school, that she paid for their college education. That her
Wow.
sister Marge is a English teacher with a bachelor's degree, and Maya also
Wow.
has a bachelor's degree, because Gia sacrificed and worked to pay for their college education. So you know, Gia's a pretty responsible person. But there's more
Wow.
factories in the area, so that's why.
Yeah, there's more factories here in Cavite. Here in Cavite, just an hour south of Manila.
I have a nice I had a nice landlady, Filipina. Her name is Rosa in Winter Park. I used to live there a few times, and even Joel went to stay with her. She got out of her master bedroom and let Joel and her wife, who's also, oh no, is she Filipina? Yeah, she's Filipina too.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're family oriented. The big city can be kind of seedy. It's just like any other big city.
mm,
But the true nature of the Filipino people, especially she's an Ilocano, is that they're actually really family oriented. They have a lot of real close
mhm.
family bonds that they're the center of their culture is based on two principles: unselfishness and family closeness or family togetherness.
Wow.
There's a lot of loyalty in the family that runs real strong, a lot of deep roots. And they've got like
How's it?
huge families. Like if there's an elder and he has a birthday party, they've got 500 people that will show up, especially if
Was,
it's an older person.
was that
She's
culture
got a
like that
big family.
before the Spanish came?
Okay, you're getting into, yeah, the Spanish are considered overlords. They're considered
Mm-mm.
like terrorists. They're not well liked, but also that's the reason why the Americans are so popular. You're getting into the realm of the Spanish American War when America sent troops and kicked the Spanish out with the intention of being the new overlords, but for whatever reason, with the presidency, they changed their mind and America left. And then you've got World War II, when Japan comes and decides to invade, and then America comes back and kicks them out. Then there's also
Wow.
Admiral Dewey, who blows the Spanish out of Manila Bay. So every time the Philippines has been in trouble, the Americans have consistently rescued them, and what that
Wow.
is is it cemented Americans on a pedestal like you wouldn't believe. Like if like being a white American, not that I'm into inequality, I'm not, but if you're literally a white American and you're walking around, you come first. You don't have to wait in line for anything. They roll out the red carpet. You get a
Wow.
lot of special treatment, and it's unfair. It should not be like that, but it is uh, for their gratitude of the
Mhm.
people. They put Americans on a pedestal, which they shouldn't. Everybody should be equal, but that's the
But
experience.
this making family first, is that has that always been there for centuries? You would I would say.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that are quite I would say, deceptive. In other words, there's old stereotypes that um, Filipino people are just out to use men for money and this sort of thing, and they often put a very sexual nature towards that, to where they paint it as if it's almost under duress or coercive control. But in reality, it's just a big lie. It's not true. Now, there is seediness if you're in the big city of Manila, but
Mm,
that little spot doesn't represent the whole country. In fact, if you really want to know the truth, the Philippines are a tribal culture, that the Filipinos are tribal people that became modernized right after the Spanish American War. So, underneath of it, their true nature is to be compassionate, caring, and helpful, where they have much more dignity and family bonding. That's actually the truth of it. You're not going to see a lot of that in Manila, and there's going to be a lot of, well, American perverts, young guys are going to come over and make sex objects out of the people, or make it appear like everything's shady around every nook and
mm,
cranny. But if you really want to know the truth, if you look at those videos, they're just ordinary people living their lives, but they put like a tone of fear behind it, and it's deceptive because it's not true. If anything, in my experience, if you really want to know what it's like, it's actually is that even if it's a poor country, with their architecture, here's the difference. America is all status oriented. Okay, so they have to have everything beautiful and perfect and looking good with wealth. Here, it's not a status oriented society. It's a sincerity oriented society where your self-worth is reflected back to you from other people based on how kind of a person you are, how you keep your word, things like that. That's why I
Wow.
like Islam, because it's a sincere, authentically oriented society. There's no fear. There's no drugs around here. Nobody gets drunk. I could walk outside. I could hand a little boy 100 pesos and say, could you go down there to the store for me and pick me up something? And he will come back. If somebody's driving on a motorcycle, I could hop on the back of anybody's motorcycle and they'll take me to the destination, drop me off along the way. If I said to a jeepney driver, can you tell me if you see this person? Within an hour, another jeepney driver will deliver the message. So it's a very old society. It's like the land that time forgot in some ways. So it's not what people think, no more than the man in the moon. Those videos
Did
on YouTube are all fictitious.
did
They're
did other Asian uh con conquerors or colonizers or influencers reach the Philippines, or has it always been kind of on their own until the Spanish came? Like, was there any influence
um
from Chinese or from Hindus or anything,
well,
or
well what it
Buddhists?
is But what it is at the root core of the Filipino people, according to Gia's interpretation, to be considered a full-blooded Filipino, you have to be a member of one of the three main tribes. So underneath of it, they're descendants of tribal people. And actually on some of the smaller islands, um, there are naked people walking around that are part of tribals, and we've seen some of them come inland. But the history, how long did the Spanish rule the Philippines?
Around 300 years,
Yeah, so
Wow.
so yeah,
That-
so
3 centuries. Yeah.
yeah, so in the year 1900 or just before 1900, you have American blowing them out, but you've got 1918. So since the 1700s is the introduction of the Spanish colonists, which was using them all as slaves. Um,
Wow.
so,
But
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 underneath of it,
before
you have
that, before that, were they influenced by other Oriental cultures or
answered it.
colonized by others?
How to say this? Before that, uh, it's just merely Filipinos,
Where did
tribal Filipinos
where
with
did they come
different. Yeah,
from?
yeah. We came from three tribals, so we're
No,
just.
before that, where did they come from?
We came from three tribes coming from other oriental, how to say this, countries also that
Maybe
occupied the
Australia
Where were
Philippines.
the
or
countries?
So
Where were the countries?
maybe
uh
Polynesians?
yeah, Polynesians like that.
Related to people in Hawaii a little bit?
Uh
Wow, that's a long distance
a
to
little bit
be on a
like
boat.
that. Yeah. And then how to say this?
It's amazing.
Yeah, and then somewhere Malaysian like that, because we have three tribes in the Indonesia, which most likely came from Indonesia, Malaysia, like that. Okay, and then that was the life before the Spanish colonization. That we're living our simple life as Filipinos, three tribes living as Filipinos, and we have good relationship with Chinese. We do bartering like that.
I
So but there was no colonization coming from Asian countries. There was no tyranny from them.
no,
And then,
I think what Gay is trying to say is that yes, there through the years,
mm,
even before the Spanish showed up,
yeah.
there were people that came out of other places of Asia,
Mm,
Chinese, Malaysia, Polynesia,
mm,
and they would all immigrate here,
mm,
form their tribes, and then from their
yes.
history would
Yes,
take
yes.
over.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But you see underneath of it, the tribal culture is really just hidden under the surface of the modern day Filipino from
Mm,
the
yeah.
close roots and interactions of all the people. So what that truly means as a person is that Filipino people, like you're describing, the kindness, the politeness of your landlady, they're down to earth, they're caring, they're sensitive, they have very good value systems, a high sense of morality, duty to protect their family, or to be nurturing to one another. Children is a big thing in the Philippines, to do the right thing for them. Um, in the structure that they have here in the community, as a foreigner, everybody in Hogo Paris is responsible for my safety and well-being, which creates a very safe dynamic for me to be in. However, to enjoy those types of benefits, you can't be in the city of Manila. You've got to leave there and come out to the provinces where people are more traditional in their thinking and their nature and the feelings of doing things. So the point that I'm trying to make is when you watch those trashy videos that show, young horny guys looking to use somebody and they run around like they're all scared and everybody's malicious, it's a lie, because that little area does not represent the rest of the country. And another thing is, to get out of that little area, you have to have skills that most people wouldn't have: how to ride on a jeepney, how to know where to go, things like that. So most of those people are just going to go to that area and remain kind of stuck there. um, so riding on a tricycle. These are things that most people just simply wouldn't do. So a lot of the information is not true. It's popular information that is adhering to a stereotype, and a very degrading stereotype. In reality, the Filipino culture, you can see she's got her arms around me. They're loyal, they're caring, they're sensitive, they're honest. It's a culture based on trust, and authenticity, but it is not a culture that is based on status or being dominant. Most of the people here are very warm, humble, submissive, caring people. And in fact, the value system here is different too. If you act egotistical or entitled, then your status as a person goes down. The more caring, humble, or helpful you are without asking any reward, a sense of altruism, the more people think more of you. And there's also certain psychological stages that foreigners go through, that when they first show up, they'll go through the admiration stage where they get put on a pedestal. And that's a very dangerous stage for a foreigner to be in, because it's the stage that's most likely where a foreigner is going to get in touch with their ego and believe that there's some kind of a golden god, that human beings don't have limits. And that's when I've also seen a couple. There's not a lot of white people around, but I've seen at least two or three of them where nobody will have anything to do with them because they've been ostracized for getting wrapped up in their own ego at the time when they were put on a pedestal. Um, they think that that will never end, but the true secret to being able to integrate into a society like this and have and enjoy a long-term respect is not to act like a ledge. Don't go around using people, and don't be entitled. Even if they want to push that on you a little bit, show the human side of yourself that's more sensitive and more responsible, with humility. And that is the foundation for longevity here, because I've seen a lot of people get put on a pedestal and they think they're going to plow through women or whatever they want to do, or get drunk, and it doesn't work out for them in the long run. They get put on a pedestal in the beginning where they're given a lot of attention. And if you make the mistake of thinking you're invincible with your ego, you'll fall off, and there'll be a big withdrawal. You'll become an outcast. So the tension you get in the beginning is only temporary until they get to know you. But then going forward, being honorable, being caring, things like that. Don't fall for the trap of, like, some asshole walks down the street and says, "Hey, I got a girl for you." It might just be a test, because there's people that did that to me. Um, and as if I wanted women, I said, "No, I'm sorry, I'm married." And then guess what? After living here for 3 years, those people work at the police department. So there is security, and I'm glad I didn't fall for it. And in fact, a lot of the people that brag are actually our friends, but why are they our friends? Because we weren't looking to hurt anybody. We were honest and reputable. We had honor and decency underneath of it. But I've seen a lot of people make mistakes. If you look closely at some of those YouTube videos, truthfully, you'll see people that blew it. They'll be like, "Oh, I came here, I thought everything was great. She was a hot piece of ass." And then when I met her, she just blew herself all over me. And now I'm the poor victim. That's not true. The true story is you came over like an asshole with a big ego, thinking you were going to use everybody, being charmed that you were putting on a pedestal. Your ego got in the way. You thought you were invincible, and once people could see the real you, they turned their back on you, and you're left holding the bag. That's the true story, because they're people too. They have their own feelings, you know. But let me tell you, if you ever got fortunate enough, I had a friend of mine who says, Ernie, you've got such a beautiful wife. She's so caring. She's so understanding. She does everything you could ask and then some. How in the world did you get a woman like that? I told him the secrets, one of the greatest, best kept secrets. I said, the secret is if you really want to have a beautiful Asian woman that's loyal, humble, caring to you, that really, really loves you and will totally be attached and sacrifice herself for you, which is what Gia is. She's a beautiful person. She's totally connected. The secret, the girl you're looking for is not found in the big city. Those are people who've become more modernized through time, and so they're more opportunistic. The secret is to get away from that, get into the provinces, like the smaller areas where people are more traditional, and then you'll find a better
Maybe
quality
that was
of people.
Joel's secret too. Joel's married to Neonita. She's Filipino, right?
Oh, really?
What was your secret, Joel?
I'm not I'm not sure I'm following this conversation. I just logged in, so give me a couple
Uh,
minutes to get oriented and get my oatmeal.
yes. Welcome, Joel, in Canada, and I'd like to
Where no
introduce you to Ernie and Gia.
I,
Ernie is in the
it's,
Philippines, married to beautiful Gia.
Oh, very
I,
nice.
I see it says provinces, Mr. Joel. I Did you marry an Ilocano like this one here, or
I'm not sure
or
what an Elicano is.
it's a subspecies of what Filipino. It's a small cultural group within the Filipino framework. They're family oriented. Is your wife real sweet and family oriented?
Most likely, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see. Like she's real caring, real loving, affectionate, but she's also loyal, kind, and honest, and just a real caring, beautiful person.
No, Neonita is a contract killer. I hire her out to the CIA, but she does it with a smile and she does it very sweetly, but don't mess with her.
Uh-huh.
You have an assertive woman. I mean, tell me, is she attached at your hip like Velcro? And if you disappear for too long, she'll come looking for you. Does she
No,
control you?
I wouldn't dare do that. I value my health too much. I just have to go and check on my oatmeal before it boils over. I'll be right back.
Oh no, this is oatmeal time. Yeah, Joel joins us around this time, and in the background, you see a total of 17 circles. Well, it would be 18, but one of them is common to the two. They're like tic tac toe, where you place your piece on them, and then you try to get three in a row, or triangles, or squares, and then the centerpiece, the one that's common, you can't get on it until you can make three in a row there. And then when it's all filled up, you count up how many points you get. Like three in a row, you get 3 points. A triangle, you get 2 points. or is it one? 1 point. And in a square, you get 2 points. So it has a strategy. Well, we don't know what the strategy is, or we try different strategies, and oh, at the end, when all the pieces are filled, or all the positions are filled, the one that started last gets to remove one of the pieces to make it even, so that everyone has the same number of pieces, and then you count them up.
Oh,
So sometimes the person going second has an advantage that way because they get to choose how to mess how to reduce the points of the person who started first. It's a pretty fun game. It's called Vinci. Well, maybe we'll demonstrate how to play it with Abhishek. He's a developer, and he's trying to come up with a digital version of Vinci. Usually we play it on a game board of some sort, but Abhishek is coming up with a digital Vinci game that could be played on a web page or something.
isn't Vinci 1,000 like it's a really old game that's hundreds of years old? It wasn't it made by was it the Egyptians or yeah, I think I've heard of that game before, but I think it has a lot of deep historical roots. Isn't that a very
Wow,
old game, like from Egypt or something like that? I'm
maybe
just guessing. But,
maybe there is a Vinci game like that. Mm, Maybe I've seen a role playing game with that name or something.
oh, no, Vinci. I'm not familiar with it, but I've heard the name. I think it's a historical game, and the base of it might be like really old, like it might be hundreds years of old, and so you've got a
Wow,
like a what is it called? Maybe I'd look that up.
Vinci, like this is a Latin word. Maybe it means victory. Hmm. and
Hello.
let's see. Hello, Abhishek. Joe
Yeah,
is
how are you?
here, but he
But
went to
I'm
go.
unable. I can't see Joe. I see only the background of the Joe. 17 circles.
Yes, Joe went to get to see to make sure his cooking oatmeal. Make sure it doesn't
I'm
burn.
trying to connect from my laptop.
Wow, that's a Hindu altar. Yes, Joe. Abhishek has an uncle, mm, who is like a priest, a Brahmin priest, or a pandit, and he does ceremonies. Like reads from the scriptures, mantras. In India, they have many religious um, holidays or festivities. so, so his uncle, he's trying to get folks to do online pujas. So I'm trying to help him out. Mhm. Uh, let's see what else is new. Let's read the news. Well, what's happened? What's happened lately? Well, my car broke down and I got it fixed. Well, it wasn't starting and needed a clutch starter safety switch. Yes, I got that. Oh, look at me on the laptop. Maybe I have to put. Maybe I have to put this. Wow. Let's see. How do I do this? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Make co-host. Maybe. Let's see. Wow. Oh, he's sharing. Looks like Abhishek Shukla is sharing the brand new
The new and improved.
double helix. No, double tic tac toe. The Vinci is like a double tic tac toe. Is it spelled right? TOE? I mean, it's a double. Oh, what's the Russian name for tic tac toe?
Kresniki Noliki.
Krasniki Noliki.
Dublechki.
Doblichki, Kreski,
Doblichki
Noliki.
Kresniki Nolitki.
Doblichki. Wow. Mm-hmm. And then this is
It's gone.
the prototype of the future mm, Vinci on the web. When you sign in, people sign in from all over the world. Maybe it could be set up for first come, first serve. Or you set an appointment and then, okay, we're going to play at this time. So everyone check your time zones, figure out what time, and then the first 5 players get to play.
What happened with your car in the end, Hyro?
So, yes, I got it towed, and the mechanic asked me to order a part for it, and I ordered it. I paid for it, and then he picked it up. It came 2 days later, and he installed it, and he also installed the battery I bought for it, and that did the trick. Now it starts perfectly. Yay! It needed a clutch, starter, safety switch. Yes.
What did the whole thing set you back in the end?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my brother lent me some money, and it looks like he took it out of my paycheck, so my pay this week is a little low. Let's see. I'd say 200 and something for the battery, and almost 100 for the clutch, starter, safety switch. Oh,
And then what did the mechanic charge to install it all?
and 100 to install it. Oh, and 100 for the tow. So I started off by paying him 100 to tow it to his garage. Well, his home. Maybe 10
So,
miles away.
so round about $500.
Wow.
Is that what it
Yes,
was?
pretty much. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least you got you're mobile again.
I'm mobile again. Yay!
So what part of the Philippines are you in, Ernie?
Oh,
Oh, we're in Cavite, Trece Marty Res, in the little town of Hogo Paris.
So
wow.
is that like which island is that on or
Oh, that's Luzon. That's the big island where where Manila is at.
Oh,
We're
okay.
we're about maybe an hour or two south of Manila, but maybe an hour north of Batangas.
Okay.
Um, it's a little more rural. Um,
Have you been there a long time?
yeah, I've been here for 3 years.
Oh, wow. Nice. And originally from where?
Michigan, United States.
Oh,
We've been married.
Wow,
Me and
Michigan.
Gia. Yeah, me and Gia, we've been married for almost 3 years now,
Wow,
and we're just waiting for her to get her green card, and then we're gonna come back. We have a house in Michigan,
wow,
that we own, and we're gonna be living in when we come back. We
oh,
have
nice.
some friends
mm,
that are taking care of the house while we're gone.
wow.
But for me, it's been a dream come true. You know, besides, honestly, like there's two sides of a vacation. People love the flattery, the glittery side, like, oh, I got to do this island hopping or banana boats or whatever you want to, or volcano or whatever, tall volcano. But honestly, 3 years is quite a while to be gone. And to be honest, um, if you could truthfully see beyond the glitter of a vacation and actually realize that, after you've been in any place so long, the glamour kind of dies down a little bit. I decided to work on self improvement, to be a better person. So in terms of accomplishments, getting married was the best thing I ever did in my life. It gave me somebody who really loves me, and that means a lot to me. Being a foster child that never had anybody that cared about them, I think having a
Wow,
family and support
wow,
system means a lot. Um, I was able to continue my education through online classes. So this whole time I've been working towards a bachelor's degree, and since I had a little bit of time for myself to think without the pressures of life, I'm gonna be I'm gonna become an attorney, and I want to
wow,
work towards my Juris Doctorate degree after I finish my bachelor's. So I've been taking classes online in Michigan here with the computer. And then, you know, out of all the funny things that you could think of, when I first got here, Gia was a factory worker. She worked at Animoto for 13 years, and she would be gone some pretty long hours, 6 days a week, um, 14 hours a day. And now she doesn't work anymore now that we're married, but for the first probably 6 months since I got here, I'd have to spend a lot of time by myself. And
mm,
underneath of it, I'm a decent person. I don't have the bad habits other people do, because when I was growing up, I never had the money to be able to afford it. So I don't drink, smoke, gamble, or do drugs. And in the long run, I benefited from that. But I
mhm,
realized I needed something. I'm an ambitious person, and I can't stay still without working on things. I'm actually a workaholic. That's why I never cared how
mm,
I looked. I valued substance instead, but
mm,
needing to have something to do, but also not wanting to engage in things that wouldn't interest in me. I actually started taking singing lessons, and
wow.
I became a professional singer.
No
And
way.
yeah, serious. And I've been giving concerts since I've been here as the moniker Ernie the Cavite Frog, because most of the people here that do sing are like tenors or female sopranos. So I took formal vocal trainings for like 3 years and became a really beautiful singer. And I've been
Mm,
practicing music theory, and since I've mastered the art of singing, here's a guitar. You know, I've
wow.
I not that playing the guitar was that interesting to me. I preferred singing, but in order
Mhm,
to write your own songs, you have to learn music theory, which means you
mhm,
have to be able to play an instrument, either the piano or the guitar. So I chose the guitar to learn music theory just for the sake of writing my own songs. So now the thing is the thing that's so shocking. Now, 3 years ago in Michigan, I'm not the most well liked person. People are suspicious of me because I'm alone. I'm a single bachelor. What is he up to? This sort of nonsense. Now,
Mm.
I leave for 3 years. I get married. I have a wife. We have children that we take care of. Baby Isabel is our goddaughter. That's her brother's children. We take care of her brother's children just as if they were our own, and we love them very much.
Wow.
But coming back, well, here's a person who's more educated. He comes back as a married man. He has a singing talent that nobody's heard of. Um,
Mhm.
and he's going to become an attorney. I'm imagining in my mind that maybe the inner growth that I have may be beyond the limit of what the old environment would be willing to accept for their belief of what they believe my identity to be versus who I truly am. I think there might be quite an adjustment that might be
Mhm.
difficult. In other words,
Mhm.
if everybody thinks that you're a nobody and you're a nothing because all they know is you're just a filthy guy because you work all day, and then you come back as a changed person with a wife, a greater connection to the world, more openness because you've seen more of life. I mean, we've been in Europe, the Middle East,
No.
Saudi Arabia, Dubai. I was in England. I mean, Budapest is another one. Italy, we were in Rome, and Asia. It changes a person to where you don't feel like the same thing. And the thing that I feel as if might be an emotional challenge for me is, you see, coming back as a changed person who's capable of inner growth, working hard on yourself to become a better person, knowing how to connect with more people, and basically having more of an open world view. I have heard that other people, they're not going to change. They're not going to be different when you come back. They're just going to be the same people that you knew. And I don't think I'm going to be able to relate to them anymore. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? A person that goes on all
Wow.
these adventures and sees these things and then comes back a changed person, I don't think people are going to be able to relate to me the same
There's
way.
3 years.
Yeah, I mean, we've done everything from, we've been in listen to this, things that people would never believe. Standing on the edge of a cliff while a volcano blows up, rescuing villagers, going over the edge of a mountain with a baby in your arms and a kid on your back while a volcano blows up and people getting killed. Oh,
Oh man.
that's life shattering. That was Tall Volcano. Going island hopping and seeing clams that are 6 feet long, or how about Cabeza's tunnels, where the lost Yamashita's treasure could be buried, and finding skeletons and seeing king cobras and I mean, like, things that are out of this world, going through the jungles, meeting indigenous people. They've got Sikihor Island, which is haunted with witches on it, where they do witchcrafts. We've seen that. See, the same thing. The thing is it's a blessing and a curse once you've experienced more of life. Like Jordan Peterson would say, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't go
Oh
back to being your old former self. You've grown too much, and the
goodness.
identity that or the imprint that people believed you to be will no longer be
Va a
relevant anymore. You've
descargar mi
outgrown
teléfono.
the narrative.
Ah, espere.
You
Lo
know,
voy a enchufar. Ok.
Hello.
Hello.
I think it'll be hard for me to
Can we
adapt when I
start
go back.
playing?
That's
Well, there are 8 billion people out there, Ernie.
the point. Yeah.
Hello.
You know, you know what the secret is to being able to move so freely through all these different places. I've met the Saudi royal family, if you could believe that. I mean, not that I have maintaining a connection with them. I don't. I just merely met them, in Saudi Arabia, at the King Khalid Airport. I mean, well, what was the secret to Ernie's fluency, to where he could go to all of these areas and not getting in any trouble or remain safe most of the time? It was actually humility in the. Oh, thank you, Gita. She made me a sandwich. Look at that. Now that means a lot to a guy like me. Yeah, praise the Lord for a sandwich. See, that okay, it means more to me because I was never used to having anybody ever care about me, being a foster kid. So you see how much this means to me? See, that's love, right? Well, so what was my secret to be able to go through all these different countries and keep my nose clean and not have any trouble with anybody? We were in danger a few times. We were going through the desert of Saudi Arabia and see people blowing each other up with tanks. Yeah. Well, the secret, honestly, the secret was humility and not passing any judgment and just viewing yourself as a silent observer who would go along with the flow and don't try to push your own belief system onto other people, but instead choose to admire what other people could teach you. That's how I was able to be in all
That's
the
good,
places.
Ernie. I think Abhishek is wanting to. Now, this might be a more dangerous thing than you've ever done, Ernie. Since you've never played Vinci before, it could change your entire mindset. But
So play at your
Abhishek will
your
show
own
us
risk.
how many points are you going to spot Ernie because he's a newbie and he's eating a sandwich, a love sandwich.
So play at your own risk.
I'll
Okay,
let
how do
you
we
guys
do
go
that?
ahead without me. I'll just observe. Go ahead.
How do we do that, Abhishek?
First we test this, then we will modify it. How many players? Number of players will be two. First we test on two players. Player
Okay,
one name.
Ernie and Rami. Or we do 3 players, and I'll play 2.
Oh, well, I guess I've never played it before. Maybe it'd be better if I just watch and observe. But you guys go
Well,
ahead. I'll admire you on the side.
it's very dangerous, Ernie. I thought you were an adventurer.
Well,
Careful.
I'm an adventurer, but I'm a humble adventurer. But I'm a
Okay.
smart adventurer. I watch. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'll learn by observing. I don't have to be
Okay.
the center of attention. Go ahead, guys. Let me
Your
just
time
observe.
starts now. You have 2 minutes for taking your spot.
Okay. Where, Hyro, are you there or are you just a fan now?
The countdown started.
Okay. So who's playing? That's the first step. Before you can start a game, you have to find out who's playing.
Though I did not implement the logic of the Texas tiebreaker rule.
I didn't understand what you.
I did not implement the rule, Texas tiebreaker rule.
Developer Abhishek, could we reset the game where you're one of the players? That way our guest name isn't necessarily attached in any sort of way, so that he may, have full observer status.
Okay.
All right.
Hiro, are you there?
Yeah. Hiro, how do you feel about that? Are you ready to be defeated in battle? Let's see, it doesn't feel right to me. This is a game of
Maybe.
territorial capture. It's
So
something that has driven.
Hiro play next game.
How about you
This
and
round
I,
you
Abhishek,
play with
maybe?
Arnie.
I don't even know if I want to do that.
Hiro come back. Oh, Hiro on call.
Building the AI to play this game is going to be the most interesting because I would honestly feel more comfortable battling an AI than I would if I wanted to develop my skills further. But battling a friend doesn't seem
Mm,
cordial.
I'm on a call.
Okay, Hyro.
And Annie, did you play this game ever? Before ever?
Yes, I've played it several times, but I held off for many a week before I ever played for the first time.
Okay. If you, Remy and Haro play, then Annie can understand how to play this.
True.
Waiting for Haro.
Do you have the rule set published on this site, or do you learn the rules by playing the game as the site presents it?
Oh, I can show the rules.
I thought I'd make a comment. I'm actually wrong. I looked it up online. I thought that Vinci was like a game that was thousands of years old, but when I looked it up on Google, it said it wasn't. So I guess I'm wrong. I thought
There's the creator likes to tell stories. And I still think he's going to have to find a different name because there was a board game that went by the name of Vinci. Actually, it went by for a while there. He was calling it. Who was the guy who wrote The Origin of Species? Darwin? Wasn't he calling it Darwin earlier? But the name is less important than the feature of the play. Can we go ahead?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, sometimes game mechanics can be recycled and kind of reinvented when really they might be, offshoots of a previous game that could be much more older, but reinvented or reimagined. That the old game mechanic of Vinci might turn into something else unrecognizable, not be able to link it back to its original source. I I I thought I was wrong that maybe it's something that was created recently, but I don't know. I don't have I've never heard of Vinci actually. So, but the simplicity of it, like with marbles, like it kind of reminds me of like you're playing Chinese marbles where you jump one and kind of take over an area. But I don't know. I've never played it before.
Yeah,
But
there's no jumping. This is the mere game of positional acquisition, and it's a points-based game, and you get points based upon the patterns that you're able to form. Abhishek, would you like to describe the 1, 2, and 3 point forms? Feel like we're
What?
operating. Yeah. So there are three shapes. There are triangle, square, and line.
Yeah. When you make three in a line, then you got 3 points. When you make a triangle, then you got 1 points. And when you make a square, then you got 2 points.
So it's a game played in innings. There have been variations, a 3 inning, a 4 inning, a 5 inning game. They'll often associate the Indian saying that these are Canadian rules, these are American rules, these are Mexican rules. And then because it's a game that's in flux and it's a game under development, he'll like he's traveled to Japan and played one of the people who live there and who've been a member of
Remy,
this room.
I created the option how to play,
Oh,
and now
nice.
I'm going to show you the instructions.
Oh, nice. That's impressive.
when you were saying the three different shape patterns, I kind of got excited because even though I'm not aware of the game and know what they are, I do remember there was an artist a long time ago who made a statement. He was a famous artist that said all shapes or anything could be painted using the three basic metric shapes, which was the circle, the square, and the triangle, that all shapes are fundamentally the basis of the three. So when you said the third one, the straight line, I chuckled because I was wrong with that.
Yeah,
But I
maybe
thought you were
maybe a
going to say,
reference to the platonic solids. I think my wife is calling me, so I'll be back. Sorry for stepping away. Well, apparently I have to go break down boxes, so I'm going to leave for the period of time it takes to accomplish that task.
Emmy, I have also go to temple. Maybe I will come after 20 minutes.
it was nice to meet you, Abhishek. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Annie, inform to Hyro. I will join after 20 or 30 minutes. I'm going to temple. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, Annie.
Oh, I'm back. I had to
Oh,
answer the
Hero.
phone call. Sorry.
Abhishek wanted me to tell you he'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay.
What did
Hey,
I
Ernie,
miss?
something you can tell me, maybe you've had experience with. There's a bank in Canada that allows you to open Philippine peso bank accounts. And I'm not sure I understand the purpose or the reason for that or the benefit, other than if people are trying to send pesos from the Philippines to Canada. You can't
Oh,
withdraw.
okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So you
I'm
can't.
thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before. And they also have accounts denominated in euros, US dollars, and Indian rupees.
Okay. So what you're saying is you've noticed that there's a new bank that has an emphasis on currency exchange that is allowing Filipino peso deposits that focuses on the ease of access to send Filipino pesos back to the Philippines or from the Philippines into that account. And you're asking for an explanation because the model of it seems to be a little bit unusual for what people would be used to. And so you're asking
Yep.
for an explanation, right? Okay.
Yeah, if you have one, because I don't see the usefulness of it. I just stumbled upon it because it's a bank that I use here, and I have used them for many years, and I never noticed that they recently added this feature. So
Okay,
I
I
was
can.
curious whether it was worth using it or trying it, but I'm trying to think of the purpose or the
Right.
teleology of why I would do that.
Why is it being introduced? This type of model. What is the usefulness of it? Okay,
Right.
maybe the best explanation. Now I don't even know what the name of the bank is, and it's really none of my business to know
No,
anything
no, it's
personal.
not a secret. It's the Simply wait a minute, what's it called? Simply Financial. You can log
Okay,
in online, SIMPLII.
okay. Let me say this. Maybe the best way to where I could try to give you an honest explanation would just be based on our practical experience that may provide some sort of an explanation or meaning behind why that business model is existing that seems to appear out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Would you like me to give you a practical explanation, something we learned too? Okay, that may answer your question that you're asking. Why does this business model exist within an existing financial structure? It's unusual for the bank to try to serve this purpose. Right. Okay. So I can give you an explanation the best I know. I don't know if it'll fully answer your question, but maybe it might give you a little bit of practical enlightenment or reasoning. Would you like to hear? Okay.
Of course, that's why I asked the question. Now, I don't expect that you have the answer, Ernie, but you may have all answers in the world because you've been on this journey of enlightenment and met the Saudi royal family, and you're a friend of Hiro. So you may know this, but I just asked it as one person asking another. Here's something I don't know. I'm in Canada where the bank accounts are. You're in the Philippines where the Philippine pesos are. So between us two human beings and Hiro and Birdash in Nepal and what's his name in India,
And
I
Google
thought
Gemini
maybe
AI
we could ask AI, but
and
all I'm
Copilot.
saying is
Yeah, I
I
can
just
answer.
We could
discovered
even
this is
ask. We could even ask God.
well, yeah, but Rami has gone for a while, so we have to wait a bit.
But just on a side note, when I met the gentleman, it was actually inside a VIP lounge, where I had missed my flight that was connecting from the King Khalid Airport to Abu Dhabi and then over to the Philippines. But I got detained inside Saudi Arabia, and after spending like 2 nights in the airport, I was led into a private VIP lounge where I had dinner with one of those people. Just so you know, so it's actually a true story. My interaction with the person was brief. It only lasted for maybe 2 or 3 hours. But that's actually, yes, that's actually a true story. But to get back to your original question, maybe I could try to be helpful to give you some insight. Not that I'm capable of answering specifics because I'm not overly educated or update as to the bank, but I can try to give you some insight as to why. Okay,
Please.
sure. But I'll try to give you a real world example to back it up with maybe some credibility so that it sounds practical or or at least real as though maybe one of the real
Maybe
practical
they're
evidence.
just trying to launder money. Maybe there's Filipino billionaires coming over to Toronto to buy some
No,
land. Maybe
no,
they're looking to buy Joel Schuster's house.
no, let me give you
So they
a
have
real
lots of pesos and they want to change it to dollars. So
no.
simply set it up for them.
No, no,
What's
let me
the,
give you
what's the big
an
deal?
honest, truthful explanation. Okay. Okay, just listen. Okay. Okay, first of all, the Filipino peso is worthless in exchange to the American dollar. That I think the current exchange rate, one American dollar, I believe currently fluctuates between anywhere from 58 to even 65 or 69 Filipino pesos where you go. So the advantage is they have the American dollar, have more buying power in the Philippines. Like you're noticing, Mr. Joel, it doesn't make financial sense to transfer a very weak currency into a very strong market where it's not an equal exchange. Now, here's the reason why, and I'll give you a practical example. How were me and my wife able to stay here for 3 years and she doesn't even have to work? Now, secretly underneath of it, I own an apartment complex. I'm the president and sole owner of Silver Knight Properties, which is an apartment complex in Michigan in Highland Township. I've been a landlord for 15 years, and I could, yeah. Can you grab my wallet? And I'm not a bullshitter. I'll back it up with facts by showing you a business card so that you know that I'm not lying or making anything up, that I'm truthful. Okay. Now, since I've been thanks th- thanks think they're really affectionate. I love every part of her. Okay. So just so you can see that this idea of mine is based on reality and truthfulness, here's a business card for Silver Knight Properties LLC. Um, may the stars guide you. Okay, so I'm a landlord. You see how old these cards are? I've had them in my wallet for over 15 years. Okay, that's how I've been able to stay here in the Philippines for 3 years now. Now, since I've been here for 3 years, the township, Highland Township, and this will all make sense near the end of the discussion. Highland Township requires us to have our building certified with a rental license. Okay. And since I'm not there, um, I wasn't always able to do the work if I'm not there. A lot of the work I try to do as much work myself as I can. That's why I'm so used to looking filthy, is because I'm a hardworking man. Okay. But in this case, after just being married to Gia, I was not willing to leave my wife and go back to America. So I had to get a hold of some of our employees to get certain things done, because we had a couple of things that needed to be updated, like the electrical, and we had to put some drywall in one of the furnace rooms and things like that to stay up to code. Now, this required more um, more money, and I had to hire specialists to come in, like a licensed electrician, to get an electrical box up to code. So I had to pay them directly. Now, the thing is we have the money to pay him. We did. But what were we doing? Well, I had to pay a company directly. Well, let me say this. I had to pay a person, a subcontractor, directly, who didn't have a bank account. So what Gia noticed was, when she went to the bank here in Mangahan to try to send a money order from the Philippines to America, she was caught in a lot of bureaucratic red tape. They didn't want to let her do this. It caused a lot of red flags at the bank. What do you mean you're sending thousands of dollars out of the country to America? This is so unusual. It's so strange. Everybody in the Philippines is absolutely poor and broke, but you're the one sending money out of the country, and it's not just coming in like we're used to. They wouldn't let her send it. Um, so so we had a lot of problems with sending money out of the country, because this is a poor country. It threatens the stability of the people here if you have people sending large amounts of money out of the country. So we actually had to pay some of the contractors via Western Union, the old-fashioned way, where we sent a money wire through Western Union, because the bank here, East West China Bank, is one of the main structural banks around here. Now, if you notice, America and China are almost on the brink of nuclear war. I don't know if you get the news, but so her bank, East West Bank, is a Chinese bank located here. There's a lot of Asian investment in the Philippines that is politically threatened by sending resources to their enemy, which is America. And it also causes a lot of red flags. If everybody here is poor as can be and everybody's starving to death, which is actually a fact, they're so poor here that shit, you could go to the grocery store and they might not even have steaks to make roast beef, or literally, if they did, you might, like, in the literal sense, you could literally go to some grocery stores and say, I like to buy roast beef. And they might say, we don't have any, hold on. And you might hear a gunshot behind the store where somebody just blows the brains out of a cow and butchers it just for you to have a steak. It's actually that poor. That's actually a fact. It's actually the truth. He doesn't like me talking like this, but it's true. Okay, so to answer your question, why did a bank why did a bank in why did a bank in Canada set up a banking system that allows Filipino money to be deposited into North America? Well, the reason is because of bureaucratic red tape. Traditionally, they don't like people taking money out of the Philippines to start with, because everything is so poor. And we experience that ourselves with bureaucratic red tape, that it was so suspicious. Everybody is used to having money being brought into the country, not the other way. It raised too many red flags. So your bank decided to capitalize on that idea, that deficiency, and offer a service to try to attract some of the wealthy clients that are in the Philippines. And And so, not everybody is poor. There's dynastic families that are very wealthy, like the Marcos family, some of the other ones. They're trying to attract high-end investors from Asia through transactional smoothness to make the sending of money easier and simpler without drawing all the red flags. And that's the best explanation I can give you based on our experience. It's just a theory. It doesn't mean it's right, but it might provide maybe some sort of a possible explanation or some insight as to what's really going on underneath. You got to remember that some of the banking systems here are owned by China, which is the enemy of the United States currently. So they're putting restrictions on, or bureaucratic red tape, not letting people send money out. And then you've got, some pretty prejudiced or stereotypical beliefs about, hey, you're hurting all of us, you're sending our country's wealth abroad, which is not typical. Most people want money coming into the country, not flowing the other way, making everybody more poor. So there's people that will try to stop you from sending money out. You're entering into a bureaucracy. And you also have to remember the Philippines, on a political standpoint, is often very unregulated. There's a lot of, well, I can't just say crime, but like money laundering, political corruption, that sort of thing. So that may possibly give some sort of an explanation or reasoning. I hope our insight is helpful. It doesn't mean it's a complete or final explanation, but it may lend some insight if you wanted to do some deeper research on your own. It might provide a starting point for you to discover more specifically the reasons why. I hope
If
that's
I open up a Philippine peso bank account, can you transfer 1 peso to me? Like, can we actually test to see whether these are all excellent theories, but since none of us have any heuristics to work with, we.
Oh, well, if you're looking to transfer money into the Philippines.
I'm not looking for anything. I'm just looking for understanding.
Okay.
You're in the Philippines, I'm in Canada. If I open a Philippine bank account that they are currently offering, would you be able to send me any money from your Philippine bank account or Chinese bank account or red tape bank account?
Yeah. Actually, I would. So you mean from a Filipino bank account into a bank account that's in the Philippines? Yeah, you can do that easily.
No,
Yeah,
but this bank account is not in the Philippines. It's in Canada.
From a Canadian bank account to a Filipino bank account. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, just the other way around.
From the Philippines into Canada.
Correct.
Okay, that would be difficult. That's a scenario that I'm describing with the red tape. When I wanted to pay people that worked for me to try to send them money from a Filipino bank account into an American, it got stopped with bureaucratic red tape. And so
Namaste, Birdash.
yeah. I don't know what that means, but
Yes.
It's like welcome in Nepal.
okay.
Unless because it's a Filipino, well, maybe it's not a Filipino bank in Toronto. It accepts Filipino money in Toronto. And let's say your bank in the Philippines has a way to move money from one bank to the other, and maybe that bank in Toronto is available as being able to move money. So then you connect it on the app, on your Filipino app, and then you add. You have an account in Toronto that accepts Filipino money. Then you can move your Filipino money to that bank. Is that possible?
Well, sorry. Um, I'm sorry. So I wasn't paying too close attention. I had my sandwich, but let me say this. One of the things that we've noticed is this. The app that we use to send money from America here is called World Remit. They seem to give us a pretty good exchange rate. It's very, very quick. Um, and it lists a whole bunch of countries. Now, depending on you got to remember the banking systems are owned by private interest groups. They're owned by individuals. It's not a community institution. Okay, so that means that a lot of banks get to make their own choices as to where they choose to do business and what countries they go to. Countries that have countries that are more stable, that have more money into their system, where there's a sense of political or economic stability, a lot of banks are more prone to wanting to do business there and set up their structure or networks in the countries that are much more stable. Europe is
Internet not so working, brother Joe.
yeah. Okay, so with those stable countries, you have more banks. Okay, now you get into countries that are less stable. Less less stable also means less structure and more risk. There's countries in Africa where a lot of banks don't go, such as uh, oh,
Mhm.
okay. There's some countries like in Africa where a lot of banks will not go because it's too risky in terms of terrorists, in terms of terrorists and a lack of structure with rules and safety. Um, uh, Accra, the country that has Accra is the capital, is one of those little countries in Africa. Accra is the city. I can't remember the name of the country, but Accra, it's a port on the west side of Africa. There's not a lot of banking institutions that are willing to go there because the risk of violence, political corruption, instability, lack of money resources, it doesn't make it into a viable investment for a bank to go into. Banks are controlled by private interests, which means somebody has to make a decision or a choice to set up a banking institution there. The Philippines, you have to remember, does not have a lot of accountability in terms of the political government. It's very corrupt. I hear a lot of stories about that. We, let me tell you, the Philippines is a world all on its own. We've um we've been down in Batangas and we met the a lady who was a former nun in the 1980s who was part of the Catholic Church, who was a nun at that time. We sat in the McDonald's, and this old lady was fascinated with us, with her husband. She reached out a picture and showed us that she was a former nun. Now, in terms of political corruption or instability, here's quite a story. That nun was the lady in the 1980s who had the Marcos regime overthrown. She's the one that started the rebellion that overthrew the Marcos regime in the 1980s. She was a mercenary, if you can believe that. So you see, there's not always a lot of rules that go straight, that are aligned. Um, Even when we've gone to, like, say, the immigration department for me to apply for a visa, like I have a permanent residence visa because I'm married. Okay, they're still recording everything on paper and pencil. Everything is not streamlined. They put the documents on a truck, and maybe 3 months later, when their truck is full of documents, the truck may physically drive someplace to register the documents. So
Wow.
their system and net systems and structure of doing things are very um, outdated, old, even archaic. There, when I would get my 3 month visa renewed before I got married, they would literally write it down on pen and paper that I had stopped in. as their system for checks and balances. So they're kind of behind and in struggling to develop in terms of technology, things like that. They're really, really, really behind. So to answer your question, they might not have a too credible of a way to catch money launderers. And there are terrorists in the Philippines, Muslim terrorists. They're in Mindanao is where they're at. You can even look at the travel website on the best reliable source is travel.gov, United States travel. It'll tell you don't go to the south of the archipelago. That's Mindanao. That's the lower end of Mindanao. So you see countries that lack in technology, that are developing, where information is processed very slow, where government is based on hierarchy instead of accountability and fairness, where rules and lines are drawn and blurred. Okay, a lot of the decisions can be what they call snap judgments, snap calls. Okay, and so there may not be a fundamental structure in place to justify anything. There might not be stability or structure to make what do you call it, methodical decisions based on a rule book. So to answer your question, your bank in Canada that's allowing transactions to flow more freely from the Philippines into America may be an attempt to try to solve that problem, because it would usually fall under the lines of suspicion because everybody's poor. That's a red flag. Why are you sending all this money out? Are you a terrorist from Mindanao that's money laundering something? It would cause a lot of red flags. And so maybe that could be somewhat of an explanation to try to point you in the right direction. It might be one reason of many reasons, but I hope the broader picture, the lack of stability, the lack of fairness, structural hierarchy, suspicion. I hope it's helpful to answer your question. I hope it makes logical sense as an answer. It might not just be one reason. It could be a complex myriad of reasons. It doesn't have to just relate to one reason. But if they're able to do that, then they're making progress. But if you really look at it, if you open the door and you look out from here all the way down to Batangas, all the way up, to Cagayan, who has any money to be sending it back the other way? Nobody. So that's why it would be so suspicious. There's just a handful of people that are wealthy. So who would do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're noticing a little bit of progress in that area. But I'll mute myself. Go ahead. You guys can talk without me. You guys are gonna play your game. I hope I haven't talked too much. I'm sorry if I have.
No, it's not a problem, Ernie. I'm just trying to find out if you're willing to experiment and send me 100 pesos and what's involved on your end to do that. So is that even possible, or is it just, if somebody's in Batangas and Mindanao, wherever the hell they are, can they go to some Chinese, Filipino, American, anywhere in the world there where they have a bank account and send me 100 pesos or 10 pesos? I don't care. I just want to find out if it actually works. The theory and whether there's war, nuclear war, and whatever, it's all good. I don't care. I just want to know.
The 100 pesos, wouldn't it be converted to dollars anyway? So you would get it in dollars, maybe $10.
No, it doesn't, as I understand it, and I have never done this, and I don't have the account, and I can't find a reason for opening the account. But if Ernie is able or thinks he's able to send 10 pesos or 100 pesos, I would open the account and find out if it actually works. Because all the talk in the world is great,
but what would you
until
have
actually do
in
something?
your account? What would you have in your account? The 10 or
pesos.
$100? 100 pesos?
10 or 100 pesos, whatever he sends me, if he sends it, if he can send it, if he will send it.
Is it going to be a physical send, or is it going to be all digital?
I have no idea. I have
When
never
it's
done
done
this. That's why I
digitally,
was asking.
when it's done
Oh.
digitally, wouldn't they convert it to dollars anyway? So you'd see, oh, I got the 100
Not
pesos. Now it's
not to
$10.
my not to my
Why would
understanding,
you want to keep it in pesos?
because I want to see if it works.
If it stays as pesos,
If number one, if it
where will
arrives,
you use it? Where would you use the like if you
I
want to
don't know
withdraw?
that I would, and then I would like to test if I could send the pesos back to Ernie.
Well, let me say this.
There'd be fees, right?
Why?
When
This
when
bank, the bank in Canada charges no fees.
oh, okay.
I don't know what the Filipino bank or the Chinese owned Filipino bank or the American owned Filipino bank does.
Well,
There should be fees if you're going to transfer it from one bank to the other. There might be some fees, or maybe if you wait a few days, then they don't charge fees. But if you do it instantly, they might charge a percentage, maybe a 1%.
Anything is possible. They might double the amount of money because Philippines is such a nice country. He's going to send me 100 pesos and they'll convert it into 200 pesos in Canada. Anything is possible. I'm just trying to find out facts that are verifiable.
well,
That's all. We have theories, we have wars, we have corruption. We can talk about everything,
Well,
but
when
I'm
you
trying
send,
to find
I
out if I take a
haven't,
dollar and put it in my Filipino bank account and I want to send it to Joel in Canada, can I do it? We can talk about it forever, and we probably will, and nobody has that much Filipino currency who's in a position to go into a Filipino
we
bank and
could
send a whole 100 pesos over.
we could speculate.
Yeah, and that's great, but I'm trying to find a way to actually see what really happens.
Okay.
I would say
Have you
this.
opened the account?
I have not, but I can do that in 5 minutes.
All right, go ahead and do it. Get ready,
Why?
Ernie.
Why
So
would
that
say that?
Ernie can send you 100 pesos from
Well,
his account to
he
yours.
hasn't agreed that he will do that. He's a
Then we
real
will never
estate
find out.
impresario, and
We'll never find out
he
what
doesn't
happened.
just send money willy-nilly. He doesn't know who I am. He knows my wife is a CIA operative who does assassinations.
But 100 pesos is probably
Well,
$10.
No, it's about $2.
So it's
well,
not, he won't be hurt. He can
let
handle
me
it.
let me say this. I think it comes to about $1.50. I think for every 56 or 59, maybe even 62 pesos, it's about one American dollar. So like you'd be looking at 100 pesos might be a little bit under like $1.40 or $1.45. But the thing is out of modesty, I'd have to apologize, Mr. Joel. I God, how do I say this in the most humble, respectful way? I would have to decline, Mr. Joel. There's not any risk of losing $1. I know that, but we would be shy to do that because that's round
What
robining
if,
or
what if
looping
Joel,
money.
this,
It might
what if
we
Joel is so adamant about finding out what happens, he will be willing to return your $1.50 tenfold. He will send you $15. How's that?
we it's very flattering. But the thing is, you see,
As
here's the
I'm
thing.
negotiating between you two.
Well, it's not about
You're
money.
making.
See, the thing is, we're waiting for her green card, and we might be under scrutiny from the USCIS, which is the Visa Processing Center. We've sent a lot of
Wow,
documents. We've kind of waited a long time. So to be looping money, it could draw a red flag of suspicion, even if it's just
wow.
a
They're
joke, just to see it come back again. I would have
Okay,
to
looking
I would
at
have
your
to
account.
decline
I
because
understand you. You want to be very
a lot of
careful until that
disclosure.
green card is approved. Makes
Yeah, there's
perfect
a lot
sense.
of disclosure that you have. Yeah, well, marrying a lady and then getting a green card. There's a lot you have to go through. We had to go through fingerprinting, where we had our fingerprints done. We had to have a background check. I don't have a criminal record, and I can prove it with the fingerprints and all the information we put in. We don't have criminal records, and neither does she. We're actually innocent people. So the thing is they ask questions about your relatives, your family, where do you live, past residence. So if we were to loop some money to a place in Canada, they may get curious. Well, why are you sending this money here? Who do you know that's over there for you to be sending this to? What is the purpose, and why is it such a low amount, and why did it loop back to you? Those would
Oh,
all be
you
great
could
questions that
send
we
them this
couldn't answer.
link to this video.
No, it's just adds a possible complication that Ernie doesn't need at this point in time in his life, and it's completely understandable.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we're happy to answer questions or be helpful to you any way that we can, but
Yes.
we wouldn't put ourselves at risk for scrutiny with the USCIS or anything by
Mm.
creating it's called a false paper trail lead is what it is. Like, for example, if you read the news, here's an example. If you read the news, what we saw in the news is that the University of Michigan had Chinese spies where they were trying to genetically do something to the food, and when those spies who were posing as college students, when they decided to jump ship and go back to China, what did they do? They bought tickets from Detroit back to China, but instead drove to New York and tried to get on a plane in New York. And they didn't make it. They got arrested. That's recent. If you look at the news, you can find that. See, it kind of follows the same sort of thing. If we send money here, we're establishing a connection here that's fictitious. It doesn't exist, and it may be viewed through the lens of dishonesty.
Oh, I
So,
know. I
so
got
under
an
this
idea.
principle,
Joel,
it wouldn't be smart for us. So we
Joel is
flattered that you're interested, but but it would put us at risk. For no purpose, I can't see
oh,
doing it.
Joel will open the account and sell you an item of his, a collector's item, an early version of Da Vinci game made by Clem, and he will ship it to you for
Oh,
only $500. And so, no, that would be maybe
well, let me
1,500 pesos.
well,
No,
but let me
maybe
but
more.
let me but let me
Maybe
say this. We
15,000
do
pesos.
we
Hyro,
do
he doesn't want to do anything that might in any way reflect on his wife's green card application. And it's only
let me,
sensible on his point of view. It's just not an experiment that we're in a position to
there's
try
nothing
now.
to there's nothing to gain. There's nothing to gain by it. But there is risk. You're increasing your risk of a red flag with no potential gain for no purpose. But let me say this. There are a lot of but I'm open-minded. Um a lot of people find it pretty unbelievable the things we've done, and a lot of times people get curious. If you actually like to know the truthfulness and authenticity of Ernie's adventures, I can say this: the Camping and Hotel Club on Meetup. Join the Camping Hotel Club. That's our group, and you can see all the beautiful pictures that we posted to lend some authenticity as to who we are as people. Maybe that would satisfy your curiosity, that there's some authenticity behind it. We have our settings set to private because we own an apartment. We don't like our tenants, spying on us. We keep it professional with them. But if you join the Camping and Hotel Club on Meetup, it's our own group. And what we do is whenever we post
Wow.
them, we post them in Detroit so that it lets people back home know that we're still active. So that could be a way for you to see some authenticity that what Ernie's saying isn't a lie. It's not made up. It's real. And you can see the pictures. People jumping off 30 feet waterfalls. Look at the Cabezas tunnels. There's one meetup that says Cabezas tunnels, Yamashita's treasure, and cobras. You can see Gia holding a spear in the jungle as we're led into a secret entrance underneath a 600-year-old church. It's true. It's true. It's not a lie. But if you're curious, then let the evidence speak for itself.
Okay, here I go. Hold on. I'll be going to the camping and what meetup?
Camping and Hotel Club in White Lake, Michigan. I'll be right back. I just got to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Camping and Hotel Club in Lansing, Michigan. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's this one. No, in Michigan. Maybe I should put meetup.
Breakfast, brother, breakfast.
Yes. Yeah,
But
I'm
I see
having porridge.
But I see their coffee picture. I am away.
No, I didn't have my coffee yet. I must go to Tim Hortons and get my coffee.
Yeah, I saw the picture of coffee cup. There I am. You wrote I am away.
I can't find it. Maybe I should go to.
त्यो त उसले फोटो मात्रै राखेको नि कस्तो भिडियो होइन नि त यो
Go like this. Meetup. Find it. I would
Burr, is
search.
your wife a little shy? I wave it to you, Burr. Das Lama. A lot of people here are shy.
Hold on. Now I'm going to search for. Oh.
But I'll admire.
You're searching on Meetup, Hyro. I didn't know that was on Meetup. Are you searching in the right place?
Camping and hotel.
It's a Google Meets group, or is it a Meetup group?
It's a meetup group on meetup.com. But
Is
I'll
it called?
compliment you, Joel. I'll
Is
compliment
it called
you.
Camping and Hotel Club?
Yes, it is. But I'll compliment you, Joel. I'll admire your ability or willingness to learn and curiosity to grow. That's how we all learn new things. So I admire your creativity to try to learn or try new things. So I would say that I would admire you for your idea to see if something is real or if it can loop. I think it's just educational, but I admire your willingness to be creative. I see you as being a creative person, Joel. So I would admire your creativity. Your learning style is very interesting.
Mm. Do you see it?
Maybe you have to put
Maybe I have to adjust the.
White Lake, Michigan. The location, you might have to move it over to Michigan, White Lake, Michigan, to find it.
Camping Hotel Club, White Lake, Michigan.
It shows a picture of Gia on the front of it. But
Maybe I
like
have to
um
copy and paste in the Google.
yeah, you see where it says location? Location. Click where it says location on the next line below. And click where it says location and type in White Lake, Michigan. Maybe that's what you need to do.
Right. Lake.
Yeah, there you go. White Lake, Michigan.
Let's see. Then I
Um,
look for it.
okay, you're looking for let's see events. You're in the right vicinity. I would
Search.
just well in your search thing I would eliminate White Lake, Michigan, but like camping and hotel club, eliminate White Lake, Michigan, just leave camping and hotel club. But you're
Mm.
looking for, it shows that your search parameters are looking for events. You're looking for a group. Um, so you're looking for a group. You have it set to search for events. So I don't know if there's another. Yeah, so you're looking for events. You might need to look for a group called the Camping and Hotel Club.
Mm. Maybe. Mm.
I think I found it. White Lake, Michigan, 4.7 stars,
Yep, that sounds like it.
563 members.
Shame more people
Wow.
didn't think more of us.
Wow.
You see the kitties with Gia, and the kitties are cuddling in the on the home page.
Okay, now you've got 564 members. I just joined.
Wow.
Oh, well, I'll send you a welcome message, Joel. Let's see. Let me open up my screen.
Can Joe share the link so I can join too?
Yeah, I guess so. I got a welcome message.
Like
Oh,
in
really?
the
What did
chat?
it say?
It says you're in, and Ernie and 8 other organizers. Camping and Hotel Club encourages vacations in a friendly, caring, and fun-loving environment. We encourage camaraderie, safety, exploration, inner growth, and trust. Samuel L. Clemens wrote, "Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness."
Does the club travel outside of Michigan?
Um, yeah, that's where we're at now. We're in the Philippines. So
But
what I
can
do
the
is,
oh,
oh yeah,
you
yeah,
invite them to come to your place, maybe?
we have a friend that's already in Hong Kong that's on his way right now as we speak. His name is Sam. He's coming, and he he one of my sister's friends fixed him up with a girlfriend. Actually, that's Pearl. But but yeah, we also do camping trips. Like we go to the Hocking Hills. We go to Florida. We've been on cruises.
Can
You
can you
know,
go to can you go to other countries in Asia? Do people want to go
yeah,
to Asia?
yeah, yeah. We have a lot of
Like
experience in Asia.
China, India, Nepal, and
I wouldn't.
plug
Well,
Mindastaman,
well, let me say this.
homestay.
One of the important things about traveling, world traveling, is also to keep yourself safe, to be up to, you want to, if you're going to do something like that, you want to be updated on the political stability of the country, because in times of war, ordinary people's attitudes can shift. They can
Oh,
go from
yes.
very
Nepal is
welcoming
going
to very
through a rough
hostile.
time.
Yeah, so you don't want to go to China at this time, because they've already got aircraft carriers, and South China Sea. They're trying to say that they own the Philippines now. You don't even know
Wow.
this. China took over one of the smaller islands to the west of here with by force. They
Wow.
came, and a lot of the news isn't even reported. So they've got American aircraft carriers. They're fighting over the Scarborough Shoal. People have gotten hurt out there. I wouldn't recommend Asia at this time. No. But you know what I would say, if there wasn't a war going on with Russia and Ukraine, and circumstances were more normalized, or maybe this is something that could be considered at a later time when relations clear up without all this war talk. One of the best kept secrets of Europe, honestly, is if you look at the bloc states, which is you got Europe, you got Russia, and the bloc states are a row of state countries that separate Russia from Europe. You could have a really beautiful vacation in Europe if you went there instead of the expensive places like Italy, Germany, or France. The bloc
Mm,
states are real beautiful, real clean with nice people. You'd have a beautiful vacation and it wouldn't cost nearly half as much if you went to the bloc states like Prague or Czech or other
Joe.
little places.
Joel's gonna put that on his bucket list. He's going to maybe
Yeah,
he's
but
gonna go to former Czechoslovakia or something.
yeah, some
Yugoslavia.
of the places can be real beautiful, and in fact, some of those block states. There used to be an old show called Rick Steves Europe. I used to watch a lot of his shows. Um, his shows were really beautiful with what he showed. He showed the more graceful, peaceful nature of a beautiful vacation, and
Mm,
kind of like out of the way locales. Some of those are the block states that he features on Rick Steves Europe. You guys might enjoy that if you ever saw some of the older shows. They're real beautiful to see.
mm,
You'd have every bit as a beautiful vacation, just as much to talk about with probably less than half the price if you went to the block states, which are smaller countries but more quaint and nice. And they'll roll out the red carpet. I mean, they'll put you on a pedestal. You'd have a beautiful time, and it wouldn't
yes,
cost as
indeed.
much.
Maybe
See what?
not Belarus, maybe not Lithuania, or maybe depends.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I reiterate the same point. When it comes to traveling abroad, make sure you check the political climate because people who could have been nice to you may switch their personalities and their identity functions to being
Mm,
against you when there's fear or instability. You want to make sure you're going to a place that's far away from a war. I would
mm,
say Australia. You want a beautiful place, go to Australia. Or you could go to Rome. That's safe, or Italy is beautiful. Um,
mm,
if you really had to go to Europe, I mean to Asia, I would say Singapore, the Thailand. Singapore is beautiful. Um,
mm,
I wouldn't go to Hong Kong right now because their contract with the British just ended, so they've got a lot of fighting, or they did with the Chinese government wanting to take over Hong Kong, and the people living there don't want it. Um,
mm,
they want to integrate that in, and the people they're not Chinese anymore. They've been living under freedom. They don't want to go into that centrally planned system. Um,
mm,
um, India is big. India is a wild card. They could go either way. Support the United States or not. Um, I would. Yeah, honey. Where's beautiful? What's beautiful? Japan. Okay, Japan has a lot of stability. You might enjoy that.
mm.
Um,
Joel was there. Joe played Vinci in Japan with Hiroshi.
Hiroshi Satow is the first Japanese philosopher to play Vinci.
oh, really? It is an older game. It is older.
It's an
I thought it
ancient
was.
game.
I thought it was.
He
See, out of
Joel
humility, I'll say I'm wrong, even if I'm right.
Joel this Joel this rediscovered it in a dream. It all came to him in a dream. He was getting bored of playing Nilinski Kroski. No, what is it?
Krostiki Niliki. Or maybe it's
Krostiki
Miliki
Miliki.
Krostiki.
That sounds
Uh-oh.
Russian,
It is.
isn't it?
It
I thought
means
so.
tic-tac-toe. And he had in his dream he saw a tic-tac-toe board at an angle like that. Maybe there's a mirror touching it, and he saw two of them. And he said, "Oh my gosh, a double tic-tac-toe! That would be double the fun."
Double the pleasure, double the fun. Play Vinci, play Vinci. There's more room than one. But Abhishek wants to make it a computer game. Birdash and his boys are the champions in Nepal.
You've defeated me.
Thank you,
For the
thank you.
champion.
I thought you were gonna say double mint gum for the theme for double mint
Yeah,
gum.
that's the same melody, yeah.
We learn
So you
so much here. On Wake Up and Think Clearly, we learn about Nepal, about Canada, about the Philippines,
so
about
you
India.
guys have traveled a lot. I mean, like Joel and
I
J-Ro.
travel. I travel in my mind, in my dreams. Let's see. Yeah, I used to drive longer distances. I'm hesitant to drive long distances in Florida. Mm.
No, we did. We started out with a motorhome, and
Mm.
well, originally it was camping. When I was a kid, we used to go camping, and I remember when I was maybe 18 or 19, I was working a job and I saved my money and I bought a pop-up camper, a used one, for $900. And for me, that
Wow.
was, that was a big thing, to have an old junky pop-up camper that was 20 years old. I felt like I was on top of the world, and I hooked it up to my car. And I remember one of the first real big trips I took was to go to Holland, Michigan, for the Tulip Festival. And when I went to the park, I think in March, which was really too early in the season. I was the only person staying in a campground all by myself. And I still remember the security guard saying, "Well, nobody is here in this whole campground. You're the only one." He says, "If you need anything, there's a phone up at the office. It's a payphone. You can call for help. Good luck. Nobody's going to be here. I'm going home for the night and goodbye." I remember, oh God, I remember a lot of beautiful moments in the pop-up camper where it was just the feeling of being real cozy. I also went camping in Brighton at one of the state parks that was in Brighton, where they have the Dark Sky Preserve. And it was only $10 or $15 was all I could afford. And I remember having it rain, but I had like a little movie player, and the pop-up camper didn't have heat, but if you turned the stove on, you could get enough heat to warm it up from the stove with the zipper being opened. And one of my favorite memories was just watching this old movie called Laura, which was black and white, and curling up with a sleeping bag and watching this old movie while it rained and being so cozy because I had hot chocolate on the stove, and for me that was big stuff. um I felt so proud of it, that I really I did. As time went on, we got um a what was it, a class C motorhome, an old one. I remember I did a lot of work to it. I gutted it, I painted it, I did all the work myself to make it nice. And there were some rewards to it. We went to um instead of seeing Mammoth Caves, we went the other way to Illinois and we saw the Crystal Cave, which was real pretty. I discovered things that I would have never have guessed existed, like Amish Acres. They actually have an Amish theme park in Napanee, Indiana, where were, if any of you wanted to drive there in your car, it used to be, I think, $100. You would get to spend the night in the Amish motel. You got a ticket to eat in the Amish buffet, which was known as the restaurant barn. And if you were there on the weekend, it also included a ticket um, to the Round Barn Theater, where they would put on a stage show with some of the college students that were studying acting would perform there. There's actually pictures of it on the camping and hotel club where there's what is it, a peacock that's showing all of its feathers, and a
Mm.
picture of me eating dinner in the restaurant barn with a peacock sitting on the edge looking out the window. There's a peacock watching me as I ate dinner, um but you see, the thing is when it comes to personal growth, it's not meant to become stagnant and stop. As I began starting off with, I don't know, camping in a tent, and then getting a pop-up camper, and eventually a
Mm.
motorhome, then I began to take more vacations that were airline based. I think it was one of the best things for me to be able to grow as a person, and you know, be a better person, to see more beautiful things, and connect with a lot nicer people,
Mm.
or just, we'll just say, more people in general. I mean,
Mm.
the camping and hotel club, without it, I probably would have never have met Gia. Um,
Wow.
you know, we've been a couple for 7 or 8 years and married for 3, but without the
Wow.
camping and hotel club, I don't know, I don't know if I would have had the courage to go and see her. She would have just been an online girlfriend, and that's about the limit or the extent of how things would have been developed. But by taking little baby steps in your confidence and learning to take trips, it's probably what gave me the confidence to come here to get married, and to love a person, and have, for the first time in my life, have somebody care about me. That it wasn't just a one-way street in life where you're always doing everything for everybody else, but at least this time you've got a family that cares about you. You know,
Mm.
it's true. Um,
Mm. Camping Hotel Club. That's in
yeah, if you
White
look
Lake, Michigan.
yeah, that's where we have
Can't
our
seem to
house.
find it.
Yeah, if you look at the events, and scroll back, you'll see the whole history of Rome, um, uh, Budapest. I mean, there's kind of a lot of places we've been, but if you go back to the real early ones, you could probably actually see pictures of the inside of my house for potluck dinner. You know what I did? It took me several years, but I interior decorated my house into a romantic oriental home as a wedding gift for her. And I remember she sat patiently for probably 5, 6 years waiting for me to come see her. It's like a fool. I said, "Oh, I'll come and see you just as soon as I get all the work done."
Mm.
It was a plan. But if you look deeper into the pictures under the events where it says potluck dinner, this is my house, so everybody knows what to expect. You'll notice that it's very Asian looking. It's a romantic oriental home. It's meant for her enjoyment, is what it is. So what this is a very long process of trying to build a nice life with somebody that you love.
Mm-hmm.
See, I wasn't egotistical because I didn't consider
Okay.
myself too good to do the work. I was
Ooh.
willing to work to do it. So I was humble. You know, I mean, there
Is it
wasn't
what?
anybody that was there to help me do it. So I had, internal motivation. The only thing that I can say truthfully, to connect with you with intimacy, that I regret, is that, did you know, honestly, that a person's endurance can be mistaken for social failure and moral failure if you literally work too hard for too many years to where you don't socialize and maybe you always look filthy, people could make the mistake of mistaking endurance for social or moral failure. There's people that thought that I was like a bum or that I was homeless because I always went around looking filthy because I was, look at all the projects that I did. I was remodeling the inside of a house for Gita, and I was also doing consistent repairs on my apartment complex. And to save money, I was doing all the work myself. So it didn't really leave much time to make myself look nice or to make myself look overly presentable. I guess I should have taken care of more of my appearances, but what I began to learn in life is that people are very shallow with stereotypes and prejudice. They'll begin to assume that you're like beneath them, and in their form of hierarchy, you know, they won't be very nice to you. They'll begin to feel that you're some sort of a threat when it might just be a delusion. It's not real, a false belief, because they might not be in touch with your endurance and what it is you're trying to accomplish or work towards in life. You know, that's why I think when I come back, being married with a support system and somebody that loves me, I think people are going to be surprised because I think they're not really expecting that. People judge a lot on appearance instead of getting to know a person. But continue with your discussion. I mean,
I had a client who used to use the expression, he said, if you don't shave every day, you soon become a bum. So he had a very simple way of saying the same thing.
I don't know. I can't seem to find camping and hotel club in White Lake.
Yeah, White Lake, Michigan. Would you like me to send you a link? I could try to do that for you.
Oh, you can send me the link in the chat?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it for
you. Mm-hmm. Go fishing. West Bloomfield. Waterford. Mm. Mm.
All right, saying it. Is that how come Bird Das Lama is so quiet? Bird Das Lama, how are you, buddy?
Mm.
Seem to be pretty quiet. How are
Oh,
things?
namaste. Oh, it's almost okay, brother. But things are not going not so fine. So we have political instability in Nepal, and there is protest and very high inflation. So it's very difficult to survive in Nepal.
Wow.
Are you a
But I
member of the caste system?
sorry,
Are
sorry,
you are
sorry.
you are you a member of the caste system? Are you a Brahmin or is it caste related?
Sorry. I beg your pardon, brother Arnie.
Yeah. Well, you said that you were having political instability in
Yeah,
Nepal.
yeah.
Are you a
And
member of the caste system? Like, in other words, are you a Brahmin or that's the top one?
oh
Are
no,
you?
no. I'm here. I'm ethnic. I belong to ethnic group. No Brahmin, no Kshatri,
Because
Tamang.
the reason I
Yeah,
say
I'm.
that is because I have familiarity with it. At one time, when I was maybe 18 or 19 years old, I had my hair cut by this beautiful girl who was a hairstylist, and she was from Nepal and she was a Brahmin, and she was my secret girlfriend for probably 2 or 3 years. You know that,
Wow.
and she had to break up with me because she was well, she was part of the caste system, and she was had to get married through a prearranged marriage through a dowry, and it broke my
Wow.
heart. I was madly in love with her. I never repeat her name to protect her identity. She told
Hmm.
me that if they ever found out that she was not a virgin on her wedding night, they would chop her head off. And
Oh no.
that's way before 9/11 ever came to bring conscientious awareness to chopping people's heads off for terrorism. That's why I never mentioned her name. She actually
Mm.
got married, and I'm happy for her. Um, um, I see her now and then. She tries to say hello, and I pretend as if I don't know who she is to protect her. But
Wow.
that's going back quite a few years ago.
Mm.
She used to make her own saris, her dresses. I would catch her in the fabric store. I like to sew. I make custom clothes that I sew. You know, I like to sew patches onto clothes. I even made her a beautiful jacket. But every now and then, I'll see her in the uh, Joanne fabric store where she's buying fabric, and she makes the most beautiful saris. And um, you know, and I know that she had a lot of hurt feelings too when she was sold as a dowry. And she used to wear tiki on her head when she'd go to the temple to cover her third eye, you know.
Mm.
Now, even if Gandhi eliminated the caste system, it doesn't mean it's torn apart from the beliefs of the people. There's still discrimination that goes on there. In India, I believe, according to her, is the enemy of Nepal. So, so with all the political instability, there's people that can rise up to try to take advantage of political instability as well. So I'm conscientious of that. So I'm
Mm.
sorry if you're feeling
Mm.
unsafe this time. I understand what.
So Birdas is of an ethnic group that does not follow the caste system, I suppose. Like there's no Brahmins, and Birdas Lama is probably more more of a Buddhist than Hindu. Uh, he can
Yeah.
read reads the script is that's used in Nepal is Devanagari, is like used for Hindi, the script. Hmm.
Mm.
Well, the thing is whenever there's political instability, there's always in some smaller countries, there can always be the fear of violence or riots breaking out. Let me say this, Birdas Lama. I am really, really sorry if you're in a situation that seems unfair or unsafe. It can cause a person to feel afraid and often very helpless if there's,
Mm.
this instability around and you're trapped there and there's nothing you can do. But I give you a lot of credit. I'll compliment you. Reaching out to more people, connecting with people, you know, I think that's the right thing to do. And I hope it gives you a sense of normalcy, humanity to connect with people and that, whatever crisis, yeah, whatever crisis you're going through, it might just be temporary until things even out. But I would say your top priority is probably keeping yourself safe, protecting your family. And if you have to stay inside to do that, I would do that. Always prioritize your own safety and your family's safety over anything else.
Mm.
I'm sorry if you're feeling vulnerable. You probably have a sense of anger and frustration. Maybe your mobility is limited from where you go. It's not safe, but I would I would say I would say you're probably feeling helpless and vulnerable if you're in an area of political instability because you never know when violence will
Hello.
break out. But
Hello.
I think reaching out is
Hello,
a
hello.
Hello,
How
Abhishek.
are you, everyone?
Hello, everybody is good, Abhishek. How are you? How is
I'm
India?
also I'm also good. India is also good.
And UP is good?
Yeah. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Wow, double tic-tac-toe.
Wow.
When can I play?
Yeah. First you have to know the rules.
Yes.
Oh
You can play
no,
now. You want to know the rules?
I
How to
forgot
play?
the rules. I haven't played in many weeks. I forgot the rules.
How to play you want to know?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to click on how to play.
Okay.
Wow.
Game overview.
Wow.
Double tic tac toe, also known as Vinci. Founded by Joe Shuster, Canada.
Wow.
Is a
We have him here.
strategic board game played on two interlocking 3 by 3 grids player complete to form a patterns and score points while preventing opponents from doing the same.
Hmm?
Good.
The layout of the board is something like that where there are two board double tic tac toe like that where 3 by 3 grids, two 3 by 3 grids. This is the one and this is the other one. In these two grids the number 9 is common and which is involved in both grids, this one and in this one. So the in this board layout the number start from 1 and at 9, something like that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9,
Hmm?
anti-clockwise. And in left side there are two sides, this one is right and this one is left. And in
Hmm?
this center of the left grid, left box, the number start from 1 and end in 9 anti-clockwise. Now I'm going to show you the key features. The key
Hmm?
features of the double tic-tac-toe is 17 spots total. There are 17 spots. 9 in this board and 9 in this board. Total 18, but 9 is common, so minus 1. So total 17 spots.
8.
Each, each
Oh,
spot
9.
and right, but except 9. 9 is only right. 9 involves in both. Now, special spot 9. Center connected spot with unique rules. Multiple scoring lines, triangle, and scores. You can score points in three formats. First one is make three in a line. Second one is make a triangle. Third one is make a squares.
Hmm.
The strategic depth, balance offense and defense. First you have to balance, then offense, and then defense. When we play, you understand what does this mean. Now going to game setup.
Hmm.
There are multiple modes for playing this game. The first one is you can play versus AI. You can play with AI.
Oh, let me try
Wow.
that. Let me try against AI.
No, you'll be defeated. You will be defeated.
Never,
AI
never.
knows everything.
Okay, first, I have to introduce the game, then you can play
Okay.
versus AI. Now you can play with local game with your friends, family, around yourself, and by creating team, you can create a team by inviting your friend with team code. You can
Wow.
join with team code, and you can create a quick match. In quick match, there are multiple people around the world requesting for quick match. If you match with someone, then you can play with them
Wow.
with random opponents. Now the colors for the player, the first player color will be red and the second player color will be yellow and third player color will be green. Fourth player color will be violet, and fifth color player color will be gray. Now I'm going to how to play. The moving rules first you know basic gameplay. Turn order. Players take turn in sequence, making moves. Click any empty spot from 1 to 8 on either left or right side. Spot claiming. Your color fills the claim spot. Timer. 2 minutes per turn. You have a
Oh
time of
no!
2 minutes per turn.
Why?
30
I
seconds in
need
online
five
game.
minutes. I need 5 minutes to move. It's too short.
No,
You can't have
no,
it.
no. I can't change the timer
If I take
because
too long, do
because
I lose or I get?
what?
After 2 minutes it goes, or maybe they
If
give you a
you if you can't
10 second
if you can't choose
warning.
in 2 minutes, then they select automatically the
Oh,
random spot.
do you have a 10-second warning? You're about to
Yeah,
run.
before last 10 seconds, you got a warning. Tin 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 tin.
Ding
The
ding ding
game
ding.
length 17 turns total, then balance phase. Now moving rules. From 1 to 8, you can claim any on any turn. Spot 9 is special rule. The rule for the spot 9 only claimable when is completing a line. When you make a line, 3 in a line, then you can take a spot 9. No overwriting. Cannot claim already occupied spots. Side choice. You can choose left or right side of each spot. Timer 2 minutes per turn, 30 seconds per turn in online games. Warning tick tick sound in last 10 seconds. Auto skip turn advance automatically when times run out.
Oh no,
Score.
online it's only 30 seconds.
Yeah, you have to become a
Bad.
very genius for playing online game. You have to practice a lot in local games, then you can play online. The scoring system. Lines, if you make 3 in a lines, you got 3 points. If you form 3 in a row pattern, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, you got 3 points like 7R, 6R, 5R. Horizontal. You can make 3L, 2L, 9R, connecting a row. 1R, 9R, 4R, diagonal. Triangle. You got 1 point for a triangle. You got, if you make a squares, you got minus 2 points. Because in a square, there are 4 triangles. But when you when four triangles give you 4 points and a square give you 2 points, but the triangle did not count, that why squares subtract 2 points.
Because the square has four triangles inside.
Yeah. Scoring tips: multiple patterns. One move can complete multiple patterns. Defensive play: block opponents from completing high value lines. Avoid squares. Be careful not to accidentally form squares. You want to know why be careful? Because when you create a square, then at a balancing phase, uh, you can't save your square, because if you save one spot, then your opponent has three options for removing the spots, so uh, you can't save your square. So be careful, don't make a square for collecting points.
What?
You understand what I want to say?
I understand what you want to say, Abhishek, but I don't think it's correct.
But I know you don't understand why is it not correct. But at programming level, when I try to do something like that, then I understand that I have to decrease 2 points, because in a square there are four
But,
triangles.
but the net total for a square is two. So even though you subtract two, You have four triangles, 1 point each. Then when you subtract two, you get two. So it is good to have a square.
Indirectly, you count the point of a square, not a triangle. But in programming, I have to subtract 2 points for making it for making it 2 points.
But you should not say that strategically you should avoid squares.
Okay,
Abhishek, this is particularly problematic in a five-person game. That
okay,
statement may be misleading to people when they're playing in a five.
okay. I will correct it.
Well,
You
it's
want to
not
know the
incorrect.
special rule?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you want to know special rules?
Sure.
The special rules for spot nines. Critical rule. Spot nine can only be claimed when it completes a line for the current player. Valid spot nine lines. Horizontal. There are two possibilities of horizontal collection connections. 2L9 R 2R. 3L9 R 3R. And the diagonal possibilities will be two. 1R 9R 4R. 8R 9R 1R. And vertical only one. 7R BR 8R
You've covered all
9R.
five of
Now
them.
strategy for spot 9. Control to what?
You have all five possibles of
Hello?
nine.
Yeah.
There's five of them.
There's nine.
Now spot 9 is strategy. Control two spots in any line containing spot 9. Spot 9 will be blink green when claimable. Prevent opponents from setting up spot 9 opportunities. Use spot 9 as a powerful finishing move. Other special rules. No takeovers. Cannot claim opponent's spot during a regular play. Turn skipping. Missing your turn due to timeout counts as a pass. Simultaneous patterns. Multiple scoring patterns can be completed in one move. Color coding. Each player's spot display in their assigned color. Balancing phase. What is the balance phase? After 17 regular turns, the game enters the balance phase, where players can protect their own spots and remove opponent spots to adjust final score. Because 17 is the odd number. When you play with two players, then the player who start the game get one more chance as compared to the second player. So the player first will get a chance to protect their any one spot, and the second player remove the spot except the protected spot for balancing the spots of both players.
Wow.
Now available actions. You can protect spot only your own spot. Select one of your own spot. Click protect spot button. Protect spot cannot be removed by opponents. Used to secure important scoring patterns.
When do you
Remove
when do you do the protection? At what time do you do the protection?
when all spots claim occupied by both players, and when the turn will be 17 the last turn, then you got a chance to
Oh,
protect your spot as balancing phase.
oh, what is that called in Vinci language?
Balance phase.
Or what does Joel call it?
I don't know, maybe I forget.
Is Joel there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you call it when it's all full and the first player gets to protect a spot? What is that
That
called?
that's called equalization.
Oh,
Technical
oh,
term.
similar meaning of balancing phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
Now,
put it
can
in
I
the same
continue?
question.
Can
Oh,
I
what a
continue?
okay.
Arrow. Now, the second player will remove spot. Select an opponent's unprotected spot. Click on the remove spot button. Removed spot become empty again. Used to break opponent scoring pattern. Balance phase strategy. Protect high value patterns. Secure your lines and uh, triangles first. Disrupt opponents. Remove key spot from opponent's pattern. Think ahead. Consider what opponents might target. Turn order matters. Later players have advantage in balance phase. In more than 80%, there are more than 80% chance the second players won the match. The strategies and tips for beginner strategies, focus on lines. Lines give the most points. Control
Uh,
center. Spot 1 and 9 are in many patterns. Watch for squares. Avoid accidentally forming. I'm leaving this point. Block opponents. Prevent opponent line when possible. Now for advanced strategies, multi-pattern moves. Look for moves that complete multiple patterns. Spot 9 control. Set up multiple lines through spot 9. Side balance. Use both left and right side strategically. End game planning. Think about balance phase early. Pro tips. For pro players, pattern recognition. Memorize common scoring patterns. Opponent tracking. Keep track of opponent potential patterns. Flexible planning. Adapt strategy based on opponent moves. Time management. Don't waste time on obvious moves. Balance
mm,
phase prep. Position for balance phase advantage. Common mistake to avoid. Ignore defense. Always consider what opponents can do.
wow. You have to
Spot
think.
9 rushing. Don't try to claim spot 9 too early. One side focus. Use both left and right side. Don't try to focus on only one side. Try to focus both sides. Time pressure. Plan moves during opponent turns. You can plan your next moves on opponent's turn. Then you get 4 minutes. 2 minutes of your opponent and 2 minutes of your. Now we can start playing. Let's play.
Wow.
Local game. Start game. 3, 2, 1. Player 1 name.
Joe,
Joe. Second player name.
Ernie,
I'll just watch. Go ahead. I'll watch. I'm learning. It's okay. I don't have to be a part of it. I can just watch.
Pyro,
I'll admire.
Pyro. Wow, I'm famous.
I think
I'm
Joel must be really good at Vinci, is what I'm thinking, because he has his last name, Joel Vinci, like he's up there with Leonardo
Pyro.
Vinci, the master of the game, is what I'm
Start
thinking.
game.
uh, Vinci the game. Like I'm
Yeah,
I'm
go
thinking of
ahead. Go ahead,
the game.
Abhishek.
starting the game. Wow. Let's
R-
get ready to rumble.
Right,
Let's get
right
ready.
one.
Oh, Joe goes first. Oh, my turn.
I'll
Left
give I'll
one.
give Hyro the advantage. I'll go first.
Haro. Joe, what you select? Right
Yes,
first.
yes.
Joe
Now
goes
Haro.
left one. it's a, no, that's not it. One.
The colors aren't changing.
Oh no, it's not working. Back to the drawing board.
Wait, I
Shouldn't
have to fix. I have to check the backend. I think backend is not working. Wait for a minute.
Okay, we'll try again next week. Same
No,
bet.
wait for a minute. Wait for a single minute.
He can fix it in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
he's
he
like a
forgot
computer
that
programmer.
Yeah, Abhishek did the programming
he's a world famous computer programmer
from
and
Uttar
website developer.
Pradesh.
Do you need
I
a website? Abhishek will do it for you.
Abhinova.
Abinova
this
Incorporated.
must this must be a
Abhinova is
game.
my startup.
Abhishek, is this a game that you made yourself? Because
No,
I'm really
Joel made it.
impressed. Oh, Joel
Joel
did
made
it.
Logic of Zo, and I programmed it.
Oh, Joel
Joel.
made it and you programmed it. Wow. Oh, that is cool. Do you remember doing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid with a piece of paper and you draw like a little maze and the person would sit in front of you and you'd only be able to see part of it and as you went through little things would happen and would cause you
Wow.
to ask questions. You could go left or right and then left would lead you to a different scenario and right would lead you somewhere else. Can
Wow.
you do that? Because I think it can be done on PowerPoint, but you're definitely more advanced as a computer programmer. I think that's cool.
Mm.
You know what you could do? You could do storybooks. What about Choose Your Own Adventure? Do you remember those books? Hold on, let me open the door to let some light in here. But have you ever heard of like Choose Your Own Adventure, or when you read a book and you have to make a choice and
Nice.
it'll say if
Role
you choose to
playing
do
game?
this. Yeah, if you yeah, but it's in a book. If you choose this choice, you turn to this page
Oh,
and the story changes based on your choice. Or if you choose this choice in the narrative, you turn to a different page and the story will change on the different page and you're the star of the show, like of the story. That's the concept of choose your own adventure. You probably could make something really interesting like that if you could do this. Have you considered it? Making a written narrative to a game that leads to choices, or that leads to like like some sort of a choice, or a
oh,
a finality ending, or
oh.
a pathway, I guess. Like,
Game has a lot of bugs right now, but they will be fixed in 2 to 3 months. Don't worry.
well, because if you had your own website, it would be really cool. Here's an idea. If you have your own website, what if you created a library, like a website that has a library of different stories, and as you read the story, you can click, um, this thing happens to this character, this thing over here happens to this character, depending on which way you want the story to go. You could program something like that. Eh, And I think you're intelligent enough. You could write some kind of a narrative. It would be based on the simple original Dungeons and Dragons design, like of choose your own adventure books. Have you ever thought of that? Because that's pretty amazing if you're able to program things in like that. And Joel, works with you to design games. I'm
Yeah,
impressed. I'm proud of you two guys. You guys
good.
did great.
Yeah.
Suddenly the name Joel Vinci makes sense because you've got something to really enjoy. I would be proud of you, Joel. I think that's great. I can see why. Even seeing your background, you've got the board game behind you. Well, I would get excited too if I had that talent to be able to design games. I would be excited about it. You know, um, I call myself the Kavide frog for singing with a deep voice. I'm excited, so I can see, if you're
Wow.
linked up with a programmer, you know, I would be impressed and proud of that. You have every right to brag. Look at all the work you put into it. I think it's coding. I'm not a computer programmer, but I admire people who can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and seeing you've got the cooperation between the two of you to make something really nice. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah.
creative ideas that you guys could do.
He's he's troubleshooting it, but can't get the bug out. It's doing some funny behaviors. Maybe
I
a little
remember
bit
back
better.
back in the day when I started, it used to be DOS, and you had to type in commands like on the old Commodore. Does anybody remember Commodore
Yeah.
Commander computers? You know, where you'd want to play a game and you'd have to say load C
Mhm.
semicolon forward slash, you know. God, that's going back. Does anybody even remember the time when they had computers that ran on a compact tape, like a cassette tape, that they put a little
Wow.
information on a tape,
Yeah.
you know, from the early
Those were-
80s?
Yeah, I think I had one of those cassettes. I was gonna try to get it going. Like I bought a used, maybe on eBay or something, or in a garage sale, a Commodore 64, and a cassette that goes with it to try to uh, mess with it and see what it can do.
I've I've
Then I
watched I've watched videos on YouTube where people have taken old video game systems that got damaged in a flood, or even like you're saying, the old Commodores, or even before that, where they get damaged, and then people will take them apart and they're rebuildable. They'll clean every single screw, or clean every connection, and they can be rebuilt. I've seen videos on YouTube where they refurbish them, and
Hello?
you know.
Hello?
He fixed it. Now it's
Okay.
working.
Your move, Hyro.
One left. It works.
But it's the wrong color, but that doesn't. Oh no, there. Now it's yellow.
Well,
Okay.
it turned.
I'll take left 5.
Oh, good move. Now I can't get three in a row. Wow. From where I'm at. But I'll try something else. Oh, I'll do right 5 and do the same thing.
Right 2.
Oh no, he's gonna try to get three in a row there. I'm gonna I'm gonna block him with a right 6.
Right 7.
I think a lot of
Oh
it has to do
no,
with
he's
you
gonna
know.
try to get three in a row. So I'll block with a right 3.
Right 4.
Oh, he blocked me. I'll get a right 8. Oh no, no, nobody's gonna get three in a row.
Anybody
Why is
remember
it
that
blinking?
Left 2.
Hollywood Squares?
Oh, it's blinking. It's blinking. That means that Joel
What?
can get three in a row.
But how?
Left 2.
Oh no, he can't. When it blinks, that means you can get three in a row. But oh, now he will be able to. Oh, now it's my turn. Oh no, he's gonna get three in a row, and I can't stop him.
I think that cat gets the game.
And then
Hello?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna try.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try.
Playing a game
Three
of inches.
left.
A guy in the Philippines and a guy in Florida and a guy in
Why 9 is blinking?
9 is blinking. That means it's available for Joel.
don't know, but her brother-in-law hold on
Joel's on the
a second.
phone.
I'm just gonna make a move. Where am I? Yeah, I'll take number 9.
Yay! He got three in a row. He got 3
Yeah,
points.
as far as I know, they just
The
went
score.
to,
Very good. Hmm.
Arrow, you now check the timer working or not. Maybe they give a sound up
Yeah.
before last 10 seconds.
Well, should I wait until time runs out to see if it
Yeah,
works?
yeah.
Good. That'll give me time to think about it. Let's see. Where should I move? Got a few spots left. Oh, I could get 3 in a row. Maybe I'll take left 7. Let's see, only 7 left available. Anyway, let's wait until see if at 10 seconds is the countdown. See what happens. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55. Oh no, it froze. Oh no, it's still going.
What you want to
40,
choose? 7L?
7L, yeah.
Okay.
So you have to try get it like uh, before it gets to 0, maybe to see if that if does it go beep 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 at 10 seconds?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know. You
Oh no, it froze.
listen the sound from my device. I it.
Oh, what happened?
Sorry, I
Oh,
had to take that call. So where are we? Is it my move 6-7, 6-7? No, it's Hyro's move.
I moved.
Oh,
That
you
was
But
your
moved.
your
move.
point is not counted. Why?
Oh no, a bug. We found a bug.
Well,
Don't
Joel,
worry,
Joel, I
all the
noticed that
bugs will be
that
fixed in a
I
year.
noticed, I noticed you had mentioned to the person on the phone who was in the meetup, but you mentioned her brother. Are you talking about Gia's brother Nigel? I was wondering if you're describing the meeting to somebody on the phone.
No, no, I was talking about Neonita's brother-in-law who just went to the Philippines. They just flew out 2 days ago.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, they just went to the Philippines 2 days ago, and so they're here now.
Yeah. If their plane landed, we haven't heard yet.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh
how
no,
long?
it reset.
Probably it landed. Probably takes
Oh
about 10 hours.
no.
I would think about a 10-hour flight.
More
Turn
than that,
for
Bug
more
is
than that, I
fixed,
think,
but
isn't it?
game is reset.
Oh no, big bug found.
Big bug.
The game got reset.
When I fix something, the game is reset.
Oh, when you fix something, something else gets messed up. Or maybe when you fix a bug, it has to reset. Let's see if you can remember all the positions that we had made.
Doesn't matter. Let's just start another game and see what happens.
I forget after that what you choose.
Whose move is it? My move?
Yeah,
Forget.
so
8. Right, 8.
No, no. I'll get right 4.
Uh, right 2.
Left. No, right 3.
Right 6.
No, the score didn't change. I'm not getting scored.
Well, wait till the end. There's no point in scoring it all the way along. That's part of the fun. It's not a
Okay,
mechanical thing.
we have to keep
Otherwise,
our own score. In the meantime,
we'll just check whether it comes up with the right score at the end. All these intermediate scores don't matter. All we need to know is who won.
I mean, unless you want to have like a feud and, keep track of who's the better player over the years.
Like those arcade games or video games online. Kids want to show I am the top player in this game.
Well, it seems as if Abhishek Angel have, or at least Abhishek shows quite a degree of confidence in details. He's very detail oriented. Probably very analytical, detail oriented. I think. You know,
Wow.
He
I
has a
usually
personality trait which is known as tough poise.
tough poise. Is that a metaphor for stubborn?
Well, it could be, or persistent, but the scientific term for it is tough poise. When someone sets out on something, they don't give up easily.
Wow.
They're determined. If you've
Yes.
ever if you've ever thrown a ball or held a rope with a determined little dog, and you can swing them around your head while they'll never let go of that rope. So that's an extreme example of a human trait called tough poise.
Mm.
Oh. Not being willing to give up.
Not a
Um,
quitter.
well, I'm not a quitter. I ate all these cookies until they were gone.
Oh, determined.
Good to the last cookie.
Mm.
Is Abhishek given up for now?
Oh, wait, reset again. We'll never
Joel,
get finished. We'll never finish a game.
I feel like I must have met you somewhere on Meetup before, Joel, or interacted with you a long time ago. Your
Could
name
be.
seems familiar. Was there another Meetup group that we were both members of that I can't remember, or
No idea.
sticks
I've
out?
been in a lot of meetup groups. Right 8. Okay.
Wow.
Right 3.
Oh, he blocked me this time. Oh,
Was our
right 7.
Joel, was our interaction peaceful and pleasant?
Far as I
I don't know.
know, I don't remember any other kinds. Right 6.
Because I can't either, but I remember your name.
Wow. Right 2.
Left
Wow.
2.
Isn't there a
Mm.
secret when you're playing tic-tac-toe that if you go in the corners and do corners,
Why, Joe,
Left,
you got 1 point?
I'm
there's a
sorry, I can't
secret?
hear you.
left
Sorry,
Joe,
3.
you get 1 point.
Yes.
Triangle. Yeah. Left 3.
Left.
Nobody's
Left
gonna
8.
get. Oh no. Left 7.
Left 4.
Mm. Left 6. What about 9?
That's mine.
You got 3 in a row.
But it's not
Wow.
finished yet.
Did it calculate
We didn't
correctly?
equalize.
Did it?
We didn't equalize, Hyro. You get to remove one piece of mine.
Mm-mm.
It's actually an
Maybe you
advanced
should
form of
put
TikTok.
Joe
isn't it?
wins before the equalization.
Yeah, but now we have to equalize.
Now we have to equalize because Joe has one more piece than I do. That would be 8 versus my 7. No, 8 plus 7, or is it 9 versus my 8? Oh, maybe it's 9 pieces versus my 8. That
Right.
would add up to 17. So therefore, I get a chance to remove one of his pieces, but he gets a chance to protect one of his pieces. Correct?
Yes.
So which one do you want to protect?
I have to see the board.
Okay.
Chances
Show
are it'll be number 9.
show us the board. Oh, he's busy fixing the bug. but then if he fixes it, then the board will get wiped out again. Seems like. So maybe he should protect position 9. Mm. Wow. Is that it? Okay. Okay, hold it right there. Joel is going to protect a piece. How do you protect a piece? Maybe the protection module is not available at this time. Wow, that's a lot of code to read. Uh-huh. Wow. Uh-huh. Error. Uh-huh. Wow. Error in doing what? In reconstituting? Uh-huh. Next player equals parentheses. Go to error. Compile with problems. Something is not compiling. Maybe you forgot a comma here. Maybe you forgot this. You put too many spaces here or there. Maybe you forgot the parentheses. The quote. Joe wins again! Yay! He got reset.
Joe is there.
So we have to start it again. Maybe we'll finish the game before the. Okay. Can you remember all the positions we had?
I think so.
What's the other way
Okay, I'll
around?
take number 9.
Okay.
I
Okay,
know.
I'll take number 3 on the right. Mm-hmm.
8 right.
Oh no. 4 right.
2 right.
Oh no. Oh no, look at that. He's killing me. 6 right.
7
Play
right.
Now he's got 6 points so far. Or no, 9.
Yeah,
9?
9.
Wow. I don't know. 3, 6. 6 and 2 is 8. Okay. 3 on the left.
2 on
All
the
right.
left.
Right. I'm gonna get 4 on the left. Oh no, he got another 3 in a row. He's killing me.
8 on the left.
Oh no, he blocked me.
No,
No.
8. 8.
Oh no, he can't change it. 8 on the Joe wants 8 on the left, not 7.
No, I can't go back. Undo
Oh
is
no,
not working. This button is
un-
not working.
undo is not working.
Sorry, Joe.
A lot of bugs. Okay, that means I get to block. 8 on the left.
That's my
Mhm.
space.
See?
6.
Mm.
I have no
Joe, you
choice.
have done. Joe, you have done big mistake. When if you chose 8 on left, you could block Hiro as well as you make 3 in a line. Why you miss this chance?
I didn't.
Because
You did.
he
But you
said
said
8.
first you said
I
7.
said 8, but you marked 7.
Yes, I
No,
heard
first you
that.
said 7.
No, he said 8. We can play it back when it gets
Wait,
there. Okay. Now Joe gets the last one. The last one? Oh no, what happened?
How did Jero win? I thought
How did I
Joel won.
win? Boy,
Yeah, the
this
computer
program is really
program
buggy.
has some bugs.
Wow. What happened? So his
There's all saying the winner loses
his
all. Here's an
he re-
example.
his red squares vanished. Maybe this game is a far right extremist program, so it doesn't like commies, so it removes the red squares of Joel. Oh boy.
Well,
Mm.
it's making a lot of progress, Abhishek. It looks good. A couple of small suggestions. On your initial instructions of the colors, I think you be better off to use green as the third color instead of blue. Red, yellow, green, and then blue, and not purple or mauve. Mauve, if you want to use it at all, would be the fifth color.
Mm.
But that's just a cosmetic thing once you get the actual logic working.
Mm. Red, yellow, green, blue
Yes.
instead of red, yellow, blue, green.
Red, yellow, blue, purple he has.
can you repeat again?
Well,
Red, yellow.
go to where you were describing the colors of the different numbers of players.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
There.
Red, yellow,
Red, yeah, the player 4 should be blue.
or maybe 3. Red, yellow, blue, then green.
Well, it depends how many colors you want to use. Ideal would be player 2 should be orange, but I don't know how well that would show up. And then move everything down. So be red, orange, yellow,
Player first,
green,
player
blue.
first blue, player second orange, player third.
Third is yellow.
Yellow, player fourth.
Green.
Green, player five.
Blue.
Blue.
No
Okay.
gray and no purple.
Is that the colors of the rainbow?
Yes.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue?
Yes, and then violet. But we only use 5 colors, so that's more ideal, I think.
Mm.
Now okay.
No, it's still showing player 2 is yellow. It should be orange.
Mm. Oh no. Player 1 now is blue. Oh. Player 1 should be red.
Yes.
Hello guys, we have to say bye for now. We're just gonna walk to the food court. Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you, Gaia.
Nice to meet you guys.
It's fun and it's
Wonderful.
interesting what you're doing, but
Mm, Come,
maybe
come
we
back.
learn that later on.
Come back and see us next week. Same bat
Okay.
channel.
All right. Okay.
You too,
Bye.
guys. Nice to meet all of you guys.
Nice to meet you all.
Abisha,
Have
congratulations
fun.
on your game. You're doing great.
Yeah.
You know.
What's up?
Nice to meet you, Annie and Gia.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Thanks.
Shalom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Oh no. Mhm.
5.
On which side?
Doesn't matter. Hyro.
One on the left.
One on the right.
Five on the left. Oh no, on the right. Oh no. Something happened. Oh no. Spot 9. It thinks that spot 9 is trying to be selected.
No.
Maybe there's an actual bug touching the screen.
Right 8.
Right 4.
What?
Right 3.
Right 7.
Wait, the wrong color came up.
Oh, I have to fix undo.
Wrong color.
When I click on undo button,
It's not working.
when I click on undo button, the spot is not the selected spot.
There's an undo
Is
button.
not is not is not remove the color.
Wow. How many
It
levels
only
of undo
I'm
it
gonna.
only
button?
I
reverse
gotta go and
the
get a coffee.
Okay. Wow, he's gonna get a coffee. I should get a coffee. Mm.
When he
I
come
should
back,
get tea.
can we play?
Okay. Did you fix it?
I think so. You want to become player first or second?
Okay. Hyro will be first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. One on the right. Mm. Mm.
Now it's working.
Wow. One on the right. Mm. Five on the right. Mm. 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 Nine. Mhm. Mm. Four on the left. Mm. Six on the left. Mm. Three on the left. Mhm. Mm. Wow. Mm. 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 Two on the right. Well, mm. Mm. Eh, eight on the right. Seven. Oh no, what happened? Another bug.
Hello, I have to explain about balancing phase.
Mm. Oh no. He's gonna ask Chat GPT help. He's gonna ask Chat GPT balancing phase logic. Something's wrong with it. Hmm. Mhm. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. So you told ChatGPT that balancing is where hmm, first player protects um, a spot and second player removes first player's spot. Hmm. And then scoring continues. Conceptual logic for balancing phase. Hmm. Oh, oh.
What do you think, Haro? Now the bug will fix. Haro,
Mhm.
what do you think the bug will fix now?
What do I think?
What
Wait,
do you think? Can I fix the bug?
let's find out. Hmm. 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 One.
On which side?
Either. Hmm. Hmm. One. Hmm. Oh, nine. 5. Hmm. 7 on the right. 4 on the right. Hmm. 7 on the right. I mean left. Hmm. 6. 4. Hmm. Hmm. I will protect 5 on the left. No, the other 5. I will protect 5.
Not working.
Mhm.
Arrow fixed.
Okay. One, 5 on the right. Mhm. 7 on the left. 8 on the left. 9. 嗯，哇。 2 on the left. Oh, oh. 6 on the left. Hmm. 7 on the left.
What?
7. Hmm. Hmm.
What? 3?
Yes, that's the only one left. Oh no. Is that an error message? Or
No,
just
balancing phase.
a message that that the balancing starts? So I will protect. Hmm. Yeah. Number 9, maybe?
Not working.
Oh, good. Oh, another bug. Or the same bug?
I'm going for a dinner.
I'm going for breakfast.
Okay, now you can end meeting. We will meet next week after fixing all the bugs.
Yay! Excellent. Abhishek Shukla.
Hero
I hope
interface is looking good.
looking good.
Okay, I will fix these logics and we will launch Vinci next week.
Wow! Grand opening.
And Founders Day. Founders Day on 15th November.
Ooh, excellent day. Historic. History.
Bye, Haro. Bye, wake
Bye.
up and think clearly. Take care.
I wake up and think
Bye.
clearly. Thank
And
you
the
for joining
meeting. Bye.
us. I will end the meeting for everyone. Let's see. How do I do that?